Now it's live. Now look at that.
Nobody's
All
watching.
right, we're live
Well,
for another Podblast.
wait, nobody's watching.
Well, they will be, I
nobody's
guess.
Podblast.
I don't know.
They'll be watching this later.
Yeah.
Podblast 15.
Can you believe it's been 15?
Is that Bush beer you just opened there? I think it might be.
It's Michael Jackson
let's-
Pepsi product.
Now let's talk about your maid service. Al has this beautiful mansion out here in Lawrenceville, Lilburn, and he's so cheap, Chance. He hasn't paid the maid to come in. Can you tell? Everything's dusty, and I'm just appalled. I mean, look at this. Look, see.
You know,
See,
I
there's
used to
dust
go to
right
your
here.
house before you
Look at
married
this.
Susan. You know
Look-
what it was like?
look
You
at
had
this.
dog hair an inch thick on your carpet.
Look at this dog. Look at.
He had dog hair an inch thick on your
I
carpet.
mean, yeah, but I don't have cow dung like you do. I'm just kidding. So there's three people that've already said something. I don't know who they are, but
Let me see.
you're gonna turn around, twist your
We
neck.
better start the show. This is boring.
And
Paul and Wade.
well, listen, guys,
what?
you guys can call in at this number. The chances
We
get
haven't
ready to
started
get.
the podcast.
That's
yet.
okay. We're getting
Yeah,
ready to, but they can still
There's a
call
phone
in
number you can call in, and this is your show.
today.
Your topic is our topic today. And the number is 404-944-0239 once we get rolling.
Today
Today
is a beat up chance day.
And this is
That's not going to happen.
and this is Elvis's new.
Just don't interrupt.
I'll put up a new poster to cover up some holes in his wall.
Yeah, there's an Elvis. That's an original
Big
Elvis
30 by
poster, by the way.
40 at the
40 by 60.
what did I say?
30 by 40.
Oh no, it's not 30 by 40. It's 40 by 60.
Well, you said 30 by
No,
40.
you just said 30 by 40.
No, it's a 40 by
it's
60.
a 3-sheet.
No, it's not.
And you can see it because we have the
feel like
lights
we're
on.
doing-
one
I feel like
sheet.
we're doing an Abbott and Costello routine.
Do you know how much that poster is worth?
I'll give you $50 for it.
You know, that thing sells for good money.
And you got,
50 bucks is
you got
good
an
money.
Andy Warhol poster that's worth a lot.
50
That
bucks is
poster there is about $600.
And your Star Wars
What?
poster's worth
in
more than
your
that.
dreams.
Hey, Al, your Star Wars original poster's worth more than that.
That's a Style D poster.
Oh.
That was a very limited poster.
Well, style DE. So
Yeah.
give that phone number again, Chance.
404-944-0239. Once we get rolling, Al,
If you
are we
wanna
ready to
be-
go?
If you
I
want to be on
hate
the
these
podcast.
lights in here.
I do
It's
too.
just
Hit,
like,
hit record.
it shows all the dirt. I mean,
It does not.
That's what I'm
It does
talking
not.
about.
It does
It
not.
shows all the dirt.
Hey, Al,
What?
are we started? Have we
No.
started the pod blast?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like my hands are delayed.
Are
Okay, so I'm ready to hit our.
we ready
opening.
to go with this thing?
Yeah, as soon as I cut the lights off.
No.
Chance is being a big baby about the lights.
I'm
All right.
a professional light.
I don't like these lights. Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing. I found professional lights, which I will have at the other studio. We're going to have Studio West, Studio East, and the news. No, it's really. Would I be Studio East?
You
or
can
West?
buy those round
No, but
photography light. You know,
I've got these are photography lights,
Yeah.
and I got a light kit that I'm going to get, and it's John Halden at where I work.
Mhm.
Used to work at Turner with me. I'm sure
I
you've
think
I'm sure you've
I would
seen
know
him.
him. Yeah.
He would like Robert Osborne and all those guys for Turner Classic Movies, and John knows what he's doing. So, well, let's get into the
So you're
podcast.
going to
and
have
we'll
him
talk
go over
about
there
it.
and set your place
Yes,
up?
yeah.
Huh?
So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a minute. So we ready to go? Here
So,
come-
but we go to your house and do the pod blast. Is Susan going to cook meals for us? Or what?
Yes, she said she would.
Well, we're not going to do everything over there.
No. Like every
Then
other
I won't
week.
have to buy all that fancy Chinese food anymore.
Correct. Every other week, like one
That's
week,
your contribution.
one week we'll be at Studio West, and then the other week we'll be at Studio East. And
All right, we got a big show to roll. You ready?
we got Electric Voice RE20s.
RE20s?
RE20s. We got an array of 4.
Well, I'm going to redo this room. You know?
Yeah, I know you are. I know.
You know, all this stuff here, folks, is coming out. I'm going to redo this room here probably the next
Thank
month.
How long will that take?
One weekend.
Years. It'll take you years.
Yeah, one weekend.
All right, here we go. We're going to start the podcast, guys. Everybody ready? Everybody ready out there?
Right, Bucky's here.
Hey,
Alan's
Bucky.
here. Scott Roberts is here.
Hey,
Scott.
Is here. Debbie is
Where-
here.
where's
Hey,
Rebecca?
Debbie.
Jim DeArcos.
Hey,
is
Jim
here.
Niarcos.
Debbie who?
I got to meet with you, Jim.
Debbie who? Is that
Have
my-
lunch.
Is that my cousin?
Hey, Jim, get on a radio station so I can produce the home show.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
It's like,
They are.
yeah.
They're back.
All right, so here
On
we
Atlanta
go.
Radio.
Here we go. We excited now. Al, have you got what have you got, kid? Have you got Mr. Gossip?
We got Mr.
And
Gossip.
you
We got the theme.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And we have my Chance on the mic over there.
In
you know.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait a minute. Now, count down, please.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, this is Rodney. You're listening to
Wrong.
Nostalgic.
Wait a
Wrong.
minute.
Stop.
No, don't talk
wrong,
over him.
Wrong.
What do you want me to play?
Wrong. I hit this first, and then you hit that.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
See, you weren't
All right.
listening.
You ready?
He wasn't.
3.
listening. No, I'll count it because I'm hitting it
Well,
first.
I'll let you know when I'm recording.
Well, go ahead and record.
We're recording.
All right, here we go. 3, 2.
Well, I'm at the White House working. You're out there partying tonight, but I don't blame you. Enjoy yourselves. We're going to have a great year. Have a really, really happy New Year.
Hey, this is Rodney. You're listening to
Well, I'm at
Nostalgic Podblast. And I don't know why. What the hell's wrong with
I
you?
don't even know why either. Wait, stop. We got to start over, everybody, because, it's a good thing this wasn't live. Because,
God, I hit the wrong
because
thing.
Al hit the wrong thing again.
I hit the wrong button.
All right, well, what can I say?
Well, I'm human, It'll all come together.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Because people out there, there's at least
Just-
2 people out there. Look,
All right,
somebody's
go
already
ahead. Go
commented.
ahead. Go ahead.
Al is so damn stupid. That's what it says. I can see it
That's
from here.
right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. 3, 2.
Well, I'm at the White House working. You're out there partying tonight, but I don't blame you. Enjoy yourselves. We're going to have a great year.
Hey, this is
Have a
Rodney. You're
really,
listening to
really
Nostalgic.
happy New Year.
Take 4.
What'd you do? Did I point? Al,
I was all right.
get it together.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to recue the president first.
Al's trolling for work, and he's not showing
I'm
his
at the
skills.
White House.
All right. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, go
Are
ahead.
you sure?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2.
Well, I'm at the White House working. You're out there partying tonight, but I don't blame you. Enjoy yourselves. We're going to have a great year. Have a really, really happy New Year.
Hey, this is Rodney. You're listening to Nostalgic Podblast. And I don't know why. What the hell's wrong?
I don't know why either. It's just crazy. I've got to tell you, it's a crazy start. Chance, isn't it a crazy start?
No comment.
Okay, fine. Jeepers.
That's okay. You can keep quiet.
This is a Don Imus free zone because he passed away.
That's true.
I'm sorry.
But he's
passed
right
away.
there.
He's right there on the wall.
He's right there on the wall.
He's
And,
right there
and
on
if
the
he were
wall.
alive, he would say right now, "Nappy New Year, everybody."
No,
That's,
see, that's already getting you in trouble.
wasn't that a terrible thing that he said? He got in a lot of trouble for that.
Well, I had just left the network when he'd done this. I'm glad I'd already left. Anyway, that's another story for another time. We won't talk about him this way. So it's after New Year. It's our first show in the new year. Isn't that right, Al?
That it is, and it's a free form show.
I called you L.
What did you say?
I called you L because the L was posted.
Oh,
I guess.
Elvis. Oh, yeah.
So instead of Al, it'll be L today. And Chance, if they want to call in, now keep in mind, this is a pre-recorded show, so you can call in right now because we're on Facebook Live right now. And Chance, this is Chance's personal number. You can call him during the
Today,
week.
our topic is your topic.
It's your topic.
And the phone number to call, if you'd like to talk about anything, is 404-944-0239. That's 404-944-0239.
It's a get it off your chest day.
Well,
Yes.
it's not going to be a bitch fest because nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear about politics or any of that stuff. And by the way, we're not out of topics. I have a whole list of stuff in the new year 2020 for us to cover, and they do as well. It's just I've been accused by the fellas here of hogging the topic.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So you're already
Well, you
hogging
do.
it.
You
so
do.
their topic was no topic. They had nothing. Nada.
That's because we got nothing to say that you
Kidding,
want to
I'm
talk
kidding.
about. But here's the thing: we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about politics, even
Hell
though
no.
even though we're as of today we're at war with Iran. But that's another story. They pulled up the red flag, whatever that means. So let's.
Well, you don't think we
let's-
should have done what we had done?
let's-
What?
Let's not talk
Let's
about
just
it.
hope. Let's just hope.
I don't
that-
wanna
Let's just
alienate
hope that
anybody.
all the American people out there are safe and sound. That's all. I can
That's
say.
beautifully said.
All right. So
Well, that is
we'll
true.
move on. So, Al, let's talk about the beautiful, wonderful lunch that we had that Chance brought in.
Yes,
Because
yes,
I don't necessarily want to give credos rather to
China Moon. you
China
never
Moon.
do.
They didn't give us a discount. So
No, we can say China Moon, but it was delicious. You know.
Well, they'll
It was
never
like-
sponsor us because they're local and we're international. Now, I do have an international sponsor, an insurance company, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So we're going to have sponsorship. It's already in the works.
That's right. What does the Pope have to say about that? I got a little Pope figure.
Well, he's got to slap my hand.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, because you heard that controversy about the Pope slapping.
Well,
the-
no, that
Yeah,
woman
but he
did-
was in the right to do that.
That woman did really aggressively grab him.
Yeah, but did you see the look on his face?
Yes, but it could have been.
He was-
You're
he was-
right. The face really told the story. I agree.
I mean, like, what the heck, lady?
But anyway, I do want to quickly say that although this is a freeform show, I will touch on a couple grievances in terms of nasty foods. I want to talk about some food that I don't like. And, people out there may like some of the food that I don't, and that's okay. But I'll give you an example of some nasty foods. In my
See,
opinion.
Chance is hogging the
There's
show
a
already.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
just read a couple of these. All right.
Yeah.
Steakums. I never liked steakum sandwiches. Do you remember those?
Yeah,
I do. I never-
but did you season them? Or did you just put them in a pan and put them on a sandwich and think they're going to be great?
I tried.
You got to season them.
I tried like cheddar cheese.
No.
Everything. It was
You got to put
disgusting.
you got to put seasoning on.
How about fruitcake? You like fruitcake? I don't.
Whoa. You mean like the Christmas fruit cake?
Correct.
No, nobody likes fruit cake.
There you go. SpaghettiOs, and I reference why. I won't get into details.
Well,
Never
Can I
liked
say
them.
something here?
Yeah.
Jason's on Facebook. He says the Pope should have turned the other cheek.
Yeah.
But see the Pope,
Maybe
see,
so.
here's-
It was a
this is
woman
the Pope.
after all.
They show him the Pope. Show him the Pope. You might as well show him the
We
Pope.
have the Pope here, folks.
You got to be
the Pope.
gentlemanly.
Hello, Jason. I'm at the Pope. How you doing? wait.
Father Guido
Jason,
Sarducci, ladies and gentlemen.
wait. Put the Pope back. Put the Pope back.
Saturday Night
Put the
Live.
Pope back on the camera. Hey, Jason. So let me see your hand, man. I smack it for you. Okay. Thank you very much.
Now, Tom.
So anyway,
Tom, you're going to disagree with this because I know you love Italian food.
I disagree.
Parmesan cheese. To me, it always
Ah,
smelled
see?
like vomit.
Well,
I
see.
can't stand
I
Parmesan.
like fettuccine.
Okay. Sorry, Joe Pesci. Oh, okay. There's Parmesan cheese and then there's Kraft Parmesan cheese. Ugh. Okay, go to Mellow Mushroom Pizza. Okay, try that cheese. It's wonderful. You go to a good Italian restaurant. I don't mean Olive Garden. Okay, you go to a good Italian restaurant and the Parmesan cheese is good. But there's good, just like anything. There's good bread. There's bad bread. There's good cheese. There's bad cheese.
I think Tom could eat Italian or pizza, whatever, every day of the week.
Every day.
Every day.
Of the
And
bloody week.
every other day would be barbecue.
And I've instructed
Yeah.
Al to have me buried in a pizza box.
But you make a good point about Parmesan because I'm judging it solely on the Kraft
Yes.
green can.
Don't. Kraft is
And it
horrible.
smells disgusting.
No offense.
Another thing I could never eat: escargot snails.
Escargot.
Escargot. That's what I said. No,
Yeah.
I didn't. You got
No, I don't like it either.
Frog legs.
I don't like black olives on pizza either. I don't understand why you want to even put them on there, but that's beside
That's
the point.
fair. It is a weird thing. I
It
do like
is.
black olives. I do.
But there's a place in Atlanta. I think it's a chain up. I
You
wanna
like
say-
pineapple on your pizza?
Well, no, I like pineapple. Just like if I eat sweet sour chicken from a Chinese place, I like some pineapple with it. But I digress. There's a pizza place in Atlanta. I want to say a Hawks basketball player started or something. It's called Blaze Pizza. You heard of it?
Yes. I'm not eating it though.
It's
I've
very
never
good.
heard of it.
It's very good. You line up and they basically create the pizza that you instruct them the sauce, the cheese, the all the toppings, and then you pay for it. And it's fire cooked. It's blaze cooked.
Well, why don't you stop and bring us
It's
some pizza
fast.
next Sunday?
It's very good.
I'll bring pizza. And
Well-
see, that's the topic I wanted to cover, and we'll do it in the future. Is your favorite food, stuff you can't get, and stuff you still can enjoy. So I want to talk about
Well-
some of these nasty foods. I'm almost done.
Well, yesterday.
Chicken livers.
No, forget it.
Watergate salad.
Blech.
I don't like. Now
Wait. What's a Watergate salad?
it's like almost like a gelatin based green. They have it at the Ingles Deli. It's very hard to find, thankfully. But
I bet Al's eating it. Al, have you eaten Watergate salad? Because you like nuts
I've
in it.
never heard of it.
I've
You know
got
what?
another.
Oh,
You ever eaten
no.
the niece's liver pudding?
Heck
What?
No.
What?
Niece's liver
No.
pudding. They sell it at Ingles. It comes in a little block, and
And
you
you've
can
eaten
cut it,
And
and
you've
you can
eaten
make sandwiches with it, or you can cook it with eggs.
Are you
have for
advocating
breakfast.
it? Do you like it? Or do you
Yeah,
not?
I love it.
All right, I got another one for you.
Ugh.
You guys will remember the original version of this. We're gonna have a caller later to talk about it. I'm not trying to
Listen.
steal this. Spam.
Now, wait a minute. Here's the funny thing. Spam was brought out in World War II, or maybe a little earlier.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, tell us.
But the thing about Spam is it now comes in all these different flavors, and there's a
Different flavors.
Yes.
What's that jelly?
Yes.
That nasty jelly that it comes.
Well,
in?
it's a mystery. It's a
Mystery-
secret.
mystery jelly.
It's a Hormel
Like your
mystery
mystery
secret.
day.
It's a Hormel mystery secret because
Originally, though, I have this on film. An original 1960 commercial. It was called Treat by Armor, and then they
I've had that
rebranded
before.
it
wait,
as
wait,
Spam.
it's called Treat.
Treat.
It's like Spam. It's the
Not,
same.
not
yeah.
Treat. Treat. I
Yeah.
have a commercial for it on
It's,
16.
it's like Spam.
That's the original Spam before they rebranded it.
Really?
And now here's one I know you won't agree. Most of the audience will think I'm a fool for saying this. But I don't like coleslaw.
Well, if it's good
Well,
coleslaw.
well, there's still-
Now, like
well,
the
wait a minute.
coleslaw at Kentucky Fried Chicken, I don't like.
I do want to say that they still make Treat. Treat is basically the version, the competitor's version of Spam, because Treat is made by Armor. Okay, but Spam is made by Hormel. So there's two different brands, but it's basically the same crap.
Thanks for clarifying. Okay,
No, it is.
cool.
It's basically the same thing. So like here's a video called "What is better, Spam or Treat?" But they're basically the same.
It's the same
thing.
thing.
It's the same crap, you know.
All right, I got another one for you. What about Vienna sausage?
Wait.
Okay,
There's
you're not done with the subject?
wait. I just found out there's a Walmart version called Great Value Luncheon Meat, and it looks even more disgusting.
I'm looking at it.
So there's three of them. So anyway, there you go.
I like Vienna sausage.
Well, I like Vienna sausage too, but it's got to
Yeah.
be good Vienna sausage.
You have to
Well,
cook
Armor makes it. Walmart has their brand, but
You
Van Camps makes.
Bandicamp. You've got to cook it thoroughly or get trichinosis.
Yes.
It's already cooked.
Is it
Yeah, it's already cooked.
pre-cooked? I always would cook it in the
You
pan.
could eat it out of the
I would
out of
cook it in
out of the little
skillet.
container. It's just it's already.
All right,
pre-cooked.
another nasty thing that people seem to enjoy: cheese whiz. That artificial
Well, you know,
cheese.
what
I don't
cheese
like
whiz,
that.
but cheese whiz is what they really use for the Philly cheesesteaks up north. They use that stuff. They use that crap. So they swear by it up there. Now, I don't know if they swear by the canned stuff, but that's what they use up there. They use that cheese that's like that up there for their Philly cheesesteaks.
Deviled
know
ham, anybody? Any?
I like
it. Deviled ham
is good.
anyone?
No, see,
Deviled
I like deviled ham, but there's deviled ham and there's deviled ham. Like there's deviled ham by the deviled ham people, has a little symbol of the devil or whatever on it.
Yeah,
That's the good stuff. But then there's the non
potted plant product.
it's called potted meat.
Dinty Moore stew.
Well, potted meat is good too.
We have a potted meat versus the devil's ham is different. I mean, it's the same kind of can, but the devil's ham, I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure, is tastes better than the quote unquote potted meat.
How about this? How about pickle loaf?
Get out of here, Al.
Pickle
Al,
loaf.
just
Yeah,
get
that
out.
was
Leave the room.
gross.
Pickle loaf.
Leave.
You like?
Al, cut your mic off. Leave the freaking room.
I like
because-
pickle loaf.
And would it have like green olives and stuff?
Yeah,
Wait.
it's got green olives. It's got red peppers.
I'll bet you $1 I could go in your refrigerator right now and report back that there's pickle loaf in there.
You want a slice?
No, I don't want
It's good, just right out of
I don't
the.
want
Final thing, and it's actually a beverage: tap water. I've not had tap water since 1997.
Wow.
Bottled water only. And it's-
Folks, I want to say this. Chance is a germaphobe. I have never seen anybody like when we worked together at Cumulus. He would not touch the elevator button to go down or whatever. He would use a napkin or whatever,
Yeah.
yeah. And he keeps a bottle of alcohol in his car. It
Rubbing
smells like
alcohol,
a
not
hospital. It's
booze,
rubbing alcohol.
not hooch.
And then every time he gets in the car, he wipes his hands and everything with rubbing alcohol.
Well, he doesn't-
it smells like
This
a
is
hospital
I'm
in
just
there.
trying to stay
This is
clean.
And he's the
Cold
one that got
flu
the
season.
flu a couple of years ago.
I've got
You know,
another.
he's a
did you
germaphobe.
ever get the flu shot when you got the flu a couple
No.
years ago?
And I
Did you?
haven't had the flu yet. I've been.
But
healthy as a
did you get it
horse.
this year?
No.
Al, did you get the flu shot?
No, I got the
I've
flu
not been
shot.
sick.
I got the flu shot.
Yeah, but you
But
were once you were sick as a dog 2 years ago.
But
Yeah.
look, we're in the state of Georgia. We're an international show, but it hasn't hit Georgia yet. The flu virus this year of 2020. So
Well, I think
Yes,
it
it
may
has.
be coming.
It's
Hasn't-
coming.
I heard it
Yeah.
hasn't hit yet.
Well, it
In our
you know,
state.
it my church they don't serve the wine now during communion because of the flu,
And that's smart.
and they won't do that until April, Easter.
But
They
the final
should
thing about tap water, the reason I have a fear of tap water is I worked for a company called Crystal Springs, which is a bottled water company in sales, and my training educated me about all the dangers of tap water. Cryptosporidium, which is a
Right.
parasite. I won't, it can cause malaria-like symptoms
Really?
and death in elderly people. It's very dangerous. Carrollton, Georgia had an outbreak back in 96. Other communities as well, nationwide. Just don't trust city municipal water. I
Wow.
won't go into details. There's plenty of reasons why.
I think
Wow.
your
Because
your
there's-
friend Mark is on.
People flush in their
Mark is on.
commodes.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark,
My
called
friend
in
Mark's
last
on.
time. He called in last time.
Mark's on.
Becca's,
last
Becca's
podcast.
on.
Mark, call in.
Oh, Becca should call in with her
Becca's on.
favorite
Becca, call in now. The number is
404.
But if you call, you better be nice.
But let's talk about favorite foods, worst foods, or whatever the heck you want to talk about. Nasty food, good food. I have guilty pleasure food. Like,
Well, can I say this? Yesterday, Tom and Susan went to Red Robin's. You know, Tom and I went to Red Robin's, I don't know, a few months ago.
Yeah.
He says, I'm never going back.
That's
He
right.
said the food sucked.
It did.
And the bottomless fries
That's
were
right.
just cold. They
They were
sucked.
horrible.
Yesterday, he goes to Red Robin's
That's
and
right.
loved it.
It was great. Susan was with me. That's why. But it was good yesterday.
How-
The
how
fries
do
were
you
the fries
justify
were
that?
hot.
How do you justify that? You said you were never going to go back. Whose idea was it to go? You or Susan's?
It was mine and Susan because
Oh.
we were over at Hollywood Feed getting food for Rose, the puppy dog.
All right. Okay.
So she takes a special food, and Red Robin's right there. And so we
Red Robin.
but,
you know-
but Cookout's right down the road.
Oh,
I like Cookout.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But Red Robin's and the bottomless fries were very nice and hot. And they were actually good.
And then, folks, he was just texting me pictures of
I
his
was,
food
and
yesterday.
he was getting mad. Saying, "Stop it!
I told
Stop
him to
it now!
stop.
Stop it now! Go ahead."
I got another nasty food. You ever heard of spotted dick? And I'll leave it at that.
What?
What?
That's a product. Look it up on your computer. All right.
I've
Enough said.
Have you got a
That's-
spotted
That's
one or
all of my
something?
nasty
Huh?
foods that I can't stand personally.
He's lying. There's no
Well-
such food as that.
There absolutely is.
Well, used to be store bought pizza. Used to be pretty bad, but they've come a long way.
You mean
But-
frozen?
Yeah,
or
the frozen pizza.
Even Walmart has a good frozen
Yeah.
pizza.
Paul
But-
Newman frozen pizza is really good.
But what you got to do is you got to doctor it up a little bit with fresh mozzarella cheese, et cetera, whatever type of toppings you like, tomatoes, et cetera, and it makes it a lot better. And what we did the other night was we had made one, and she had put way too much cheese on it, and it didn't get cooked in the center. So you got to be careful when you doctor a pizza up. What you should do is you should cook it a little bit more than halfway, and then put your extra cheese on it and stuff, and then that way your crust will rise and do what it's supposed to do. So there's a little friendly cooking tip for you from me to you.
I'll have to, Susan had me over in town last Monday, I think it was.
Yeah.
And she had these delicious meatballs. They were,
No, they're
we
great.
got those at
They're
Costco.
great.
They were
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, we tried to get you to buy a bag and you wouldn't do it.
I should
Remember?
have. I'll go back and get it.
Remember? Al
Yeah.
kept going back for the free ones. He was embarrassing.
I love the free
He
food at
was actually
Costco.
embarrassing. He was embarrassing.
Well, we tried some bourbon cake, and it
Yes.
was just like drinking a swig of bourbon.
Tortuga burger.
And so we had to go back
Thanks
and
to
get some
John.
meatballs to kill the taste of the bourbon cake.
Yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
had bourbon cake, Chance?
no, I have not.
You ever
What?
had bourbon, Chance?
Yes, I have.
My-
You ever had moonshine, Chance?
The other night,
the other night.
Applewood.
He
It was
drank
great.
moonshine. He was out of his mind.
Wow.
No, I got angry.
Yeah, you do. You were nasty.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, so
I just sent some texts that weren't so nice.
Well,
Some text messages.
I had moonshine once. I was sick as a dog after the next day.
Well, I'll tell you, if you put a piece of fruit in moonshine, like a strawberry, and let it soak up, and
Yeah.
you eat that fruit, you'll
Yeah.
be laid up in the bed for 3 days. It absorbs that alcohol, boy. If
What?
it's strong, it will mess you up if you eat fruit that's been absorbed with moonshine. If
Wow.
it's good hooch,
wow.
Yeah. maybe
What-
that's exactly.
where did you get that
Maybe a
moonshine?
day or two.
Where did you get that moonshine?
I'm not gonna. All right, from a client. I'm not gonna
All right,
divulge.
but
see.
there's
the
another
identity.
tip from Chance Bartels, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome. What do you
In a
think,
mason
Paul?
jar.
Hey, but that's a good thing. Joe, the Chance.
You know who used to serve drink in a mason jar was Po Folks. In a
Po-
mason
yeah,
jar,
that's right,
iced
they
tea.
did.
Now it's called Folks Southern Kitchen. If you're
Yes.
in the
It used to be
Southeast.
really good. I haven't
Well,
been in
Bill
a long
Anderson
time.
used to have a.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
Yeah,
He
something
started
like
it.
that.
He was
We had a
part-
song called Po Folks.
He's one of the part. Yeah.
Bill
he did.
Anderson's a country western singer. For those that haven't heard,
Yes,
of
he
him.
did.
He's still around.
I've done several shows with Bill.
He used to do game shows. He was on Match Game a lot.
Yep.
Back in the
Yep.
late 70s.
Yep, I'm cutting that out. I guess it's
No, you're fine
another
over
one
here.
of these bad cables that Al's got here in this big studio west.
So do you guys want to
It's
gang
all
up
gonna
on
come.
me today? Is that what's going on? I'm not.
No
gonna,
one's calling it. I mean,
I'm not
there's a
going to
ton
push
of
back
people.
because I don't believe in elder abuse. So
On
I'm not going to
Facebook.
do it. I'm
There's
not that kind of
There's
guy.
a ton of people. on
Well,
Facebook,
we
and
know
no
how
one's
old
calling.
you are, so you're not a you're
you
not
go.
a spring
Don't call
chicken yourself.
Chance,
I know
give
that.
out that number one more time. Except this time, Al, don't talk over him.
404.
I wouldn't talk over
There
him.
you go.
I
there
wouldn't
you go.
think of
Talking over
him.
him. There you go. Talking.
You know, I
Here
wouldn't
comes the
think of
number.
that.
Here comes the number now. If Al will
It's,
just. be
it's on the
quiet.
top of the little line.
Be sure and give
It's
you
right there. 404-944-0239.
Be sure and give the area code.
See,
I
see.
just did.
Every single time he has said the number, you've talked over him.
Well, he talks over me.
Go ahead,
All right.
try it again, Al.
404-944-0239. If you have a grievance, now this isn't necessarily a bitch fest, like I said before, but
Wait,
Al,
I'll call in.
I know you've got a complaint, right? About
I have one.
Comcast, or do you have any?
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody's got their Comcast stories, but why? When you watch, like, I watch Showtime, and I have that. I like. They have good movies, but every time I go the next day to watch a movie, it's in Spanish. What is that?
Tom's phone.
And I have to go back to the menu and turn Espanol off. So why does it do that?
It defaults to Spanish.
It defaults to Spanish every
and
time.
you've called them 4 or 5 times minimum.
And they have no idea why it's doing that.
And it's on your DVR box. That's
Right. I think they do it on purpose.
It's time to cut the cord.
I'm going to.
Well,
Tom cut the cord.
No, I cut the cord, but I went back to him.
For internet, right?
Oh, no, not for internet. Internet, okay. All right, I got to put my headset back on because
This is a sponsor
this is
we'll
now
never have.
this is now becoming a big
now.
session because Comcast has really screwed me. I've been without internet for over a week now.
What?
Here's what happened last Sunday.
Get
like,
out.
when we
Well,
did-
if you had their modem, it would work.
Listen,
You
to
know,
me.
you go out
Listen.
and spend $160 on a modem that doesn't work.
Hey,
It
who's
doesn't
talking?
work.
Hey. Finish saying hey. Listen, what it was their modem. Okay, it's the same exact model, except I owned it, and I didn't want to pay them $10 a month
No.
rent,
Yeah.
which would have paid for itself in 6 months.
Right here,
So-
I got the modem right here.
Well,
and it
let me
works
finish.
fine.
Oh, can I finish? Will you let me finish? What is this, a court case? Basically, Comcast went out last Sunday while we were actually.
Did you pay the bill?
While we were doing the Podblast.
Did you
Yes,
pay the bill?
Of course I did.
Okay.
And actually, they're charging me more because I go over the quote unquote data limit. And
You know why you go over the
Which
limit?
company?
Can I say?
Go ahead.
It might get you in trouble.
No, don't say it.
Oh no! Don't say it.
I know what you're
Don't.
going to say, so don't say it.
And it's
All right,
not
so listen.
about adult entertainment.
No, it has nothing to do with that. So anyway, to make a long story short,
You take up too much
which y'all
bandwidth.
all the time.
And he's got like 20 TVs in his house, and he's got stuff hooked up. Okay.
Al has turned into Chance Bartels. I want you to know that. Al Hardy has
Payback,
turned into
payback.
Payback. Well, do it with him, not with me. Anyway, so we lost internet and it's been down for a week. But here's the thing: they lost the service in the neighborhood for about 5 hours, and then when he comes back, my modem magically doesn't work anymore. So I call them and go all through the crap. Well, you need a new modem. All right, and then one guy says, "Well, I don't know what it is. It's this. It's that." And they didn't even really know.
Go to Best Buy.
So-
I bought a modem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I ordered a new modem off Amazon. It finally came yesterday. Okay.
Does it work?
It works fine.
I mean-
but again, Comcast doesn't want to talk to it, even though it says in the box.
Then it's not. Then it's
Listen to
not
me.
working.
Shh,
It's not
shh,
working.
Let me finish. It says Comcast, Xfinity,
compatible with.
AT&T,
Right.
and there's one other one. And it's the same modem they use, except it's a bigger and a fancier modem. I paid $162 for the darn thing. So this thing still doesn't work. Still don't have internet at the house. Blah, 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 blah. So in the meantime, I picked back up Dish Network, and I'm paying X amount of dollars for that. And I've got 7 TVs in the house, and they're all watching TV now. And I don't have
TVs.
7 TVs.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Actually, it's really 8. But anyway, to make a long story short, again, I'll make a long story short, or attempt to. We're not streaming. I mean, what streaming we do is Prime or Netflix, which we can't do because the daggone modem's still not working. But once we do, we won't cap out, and it's only $34.95 a
You
month.
just been an internet
Comcast.
hog. That's all. You just been hogging the internet.
Well, this actually jives with what he's saying. It's a complaint I have across the board about the FCC and digital. You know how we went from analog to digital nationwide,
Yeah.
meaning you have to have a certain digital receiver to pick up over-the-air digital channels. What I can't stand is that the government does this monthly test and a weekly test, and it knocks out every gosh darn channel,
Yeah.
whether you're recording something on your DVR. It's like an Amber Alert, but it's not. It's a scheduled test, and it knocks everything out, and it drives me up the wall. You
They have
watching
to
a
make
movie-
sure it's going to work.
Well,
when
that's
it's-
overregulation. I wish someone would do something about that. You don't need a weekly test for the emergency broadcast system.
True.
You need maybe once a quarter or once a year.
Well, the
Come on
Amber-
now.
Well, the Amber Alerts do that too. But
Well,
I've got
And
that
that's
turned
serious.
off.
Like if there's a kid in danger, look.
Yeah.
Well, it comes on your phone too.
But however, it should go on your phone. But when you're at home watching TV, how are you going to help a poor kid that's on the road in a car somewhere if you're at home enjoying a movie?
True.
I don't know. But
That's true.
I also have another grievance. Disney. and the Disney takeover of everything that I love. Now, I love Walt Disney products. I love Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I love
got
Disney
Disney Plus.
World, Disneyland. It's a great, great product. However, the company stinks. Now, you worked for Disney, Al. Disney
I did when they owned radio.
Before they got out of the radio
Did you know Mickey Mouse personally?
I did.
Now, to finish my thought about Disney, they just bought the 20th Century Fox film library.
Yes, I did.
That's a massive amount of programming. And so what is this? Let's break it down. Disney, along with owning ESPN, ABC, now they have this massive library, which includes the Planet of the Apes series. That's now Disney. They bought Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars nerd, which they did a while ago. They bought Marvel Comics. So they own all the Marvel comics.
They're going to screw Marvel up.
Well, we won't go there. I don't want to be, they're doing the movie. I enjoy the Marvel movies, but they are starting to inject weird things in Star Wars and the Marvel movies. Now they also own the old Lost in Space show. That's part of the Fox library. They own a show I like, Batman with Adam West. Although Warner Brothers owns the character of Batman because that's part of the DC Comics realm.
So Warner Brothers doesn't own distribution rights to
No,
Batman?
Fox owns 60s Batman, and that means Disney now owns the distribution.
Oh,
and that's
great.
another good point. That means, and you've brought this up, that Disney's probably going to pull from syndication a lot of classic TV shows that I like, maybe exclusively for Disney Plus streaming.
Yeah, they're going to stream
I don't know.
Disney Plus.
But my
Exactly.
God, they even own, now no one's out there is going to appreciate this show, but I love The Fall Guy with Lee Majors, the cheesy 80s action show, and I have every episode on 16 millimeter reel-to-reel film, 110 episodes, and that's not been released properly on DVD. They only released season 1, and they cut out all the pop
And
songs.
all his prints are red.
No, they're not. That's a crock of crap.
No.
That is bull.
That was you
The colors
being
We
mean.
were watching a
He's
film
lying.
downstairs. I have the video where it wouldn't take up on the take-up reel. It ended up on the floor.
That was a Chips.
Yeah, well,
That was the chips, yeah.
But
film
you
goes
threw me
bad.
off. But what I liked, the reason I liked Fall Guy and got into it because it had Heather Thomas in it, which in my mind was the biggest blonde bombshell of the 80s. Better than Heather Locklear. She's best known for a movie Zapped, which I also have on film.
then she turned into a drug addict.
I think she got hooked on cocaine.
Well,
She cleaned herself up, and now she's got a daughter and is living fine. But Disney screwed up the tribute to Stan Lee, which aired in December on ABC. It was an hour-long special. Here's how, and this is important and significant. They would say, for instance, in November 1961, the world of comic books changed forever when the Fantastic Four was released on the newsstands across America. That's not true. That's the cover date. In the publishing world, whether it's Playboy magazine or a comic book, it's always 3 months ahead. And I'm a sales and marketing guy. So when Fantastic Four 1 came out, it was a big hit. And if it wasn't a hit, you wouldn't have Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, all of the other shows. Oh, we have a call coming in.
Tom's got to go pee. He's just like, God.
And why that was significant.
Actually, he got a phone call.
Let's see. I think we have a call.
What are you doing?
Nostalgic Podblast. How can I help you?
Hello. Is this Jack Buckholm?
Yes. Who's this?
This is Jack Buckholm and Al Hardy.
Is this the Pope?
Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Doing fine. Are you watching us on Facebook Live? You must be.
What are y'all talking about today?
We're talking about wherever the hell we want to talk about, ma'am.
Well, I don't think I like your demeanor. I think you're talking to me.
Okay, bye.
Call ended.
You hung up on the girl.
It was a complaint. It was a crank call.
Did you just hang up on that
It was a
phone?
crank call.
He hung
man.
up on her. Yeah.
Well, I'll finish my thought because
All right.
obviously you were bored. But the reason I think, from a marketing standpoint, it's significant that Fantastic Four 1 came out in August 61. I want to know why something sold so well. Think about it. It's August, dog days of summer. You're still out of school. You're bored. It wasn't just the artwork and the great story by Stan Lee that made Fantastic Four 1 a hit. I think it was timing. Timing is a critical component to success. So anyway, so the Disney special Tribute to Stan Lee screwed up every premiere date because the idiots who wrote it didn't realize the cover date wasn't the real street date. So like when they said The Incredible Hulk came out, debuted in May 1962. No, it was in February. That was a different season. That was winter. That was post-holidays. Anyway, kind of a weird rant, but it made me mad.
It's my contention to see how Disney is going out and buying up everybody. I bet you $5 within 2 years that they buy DC.
I can see that happening.
I mean, seriously.
Total monopoly.
And then they'll join the universes. I mean, I'm serious. You watch.
And I think they'll buy the Fox network. meaning the TV network that has Family Guy. I can see them buying that since they already have their foot in the door with Fox buying the.
Well,
Fox
they already
library.
own the Fox movie channels, but they don't own the Fox News.
And
channel.
I think they'll buy Fox News down the road, News Corp. I think they will. I don't know.
See.
And then they'll have all those networks. So again, I love Disney's product.
No, but see, Disney
it's too big.
They sold their radio division. They want to concentrate on television and the movies. That's all they care about.
And look, they're making.
I don't think they'll
billions.
buy Fox News. They could. I mean, I don't know.
But they're making, and good for them. I mean, what a wise investment they are making. Look, Star Wars and Marvel movies were the biggest multi-billion-dollar box office draws worldwide, and it's all Disney money.
Every bit of it. Cha-ching.
But for them to own Planet of the Apes and Room 222, all these old shows that I like, it's I don't know, it's kind of disconcerting. But
you know, the hoity-toity film critics don't like the Marvel movies. You know that?
No, it's just jealous ones like Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, they just don't like them
they're
at all.
just jealous.
Well, so much for monopolies, because there used to be a law against that, so there wouldn't be a monopoly. Like
antitrust laws.
Whether it's satellite dish versus direct TV or blah blah blah. I mean, there was a monopoly thing that was kind of.
You remember when satellite came around? There were two.
Yeah.
There were USSB and DirecTV, and DirecTV bought USSB.
Yeah.
Because when I first got a satellite, it was two different bills, one from USSB and then one from DirecTV.
Yeah.
To give Disney a shot, didn't you say it was a good company to work for when they're
an excellent company to work for?
That means wrong. They weren't.
No, they were good. When it came to radio, they didn't bother anybody. Plus, we got free passes to Disneyland or Disney World anytime we wanted to go.
That's a cool perk.
Yeah, but did you ever use them?
Never.
Did you ever offer me any?
No, because they had our names on them. We couldn't give them away.
This guy we used to work with, Al, known as Hangman, Chad Poche, he must be on the board of directors because he goes down to Walt Disney World Orlando. Man, it must be 20 times a year minimum. Anyway, but no one will know who we're talking about.
He turns him on, I guess.
So that was a fail from Disney for not having, giving me.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
That's right.
This is only a test.
That's what the guy sounds like on the air.
But it's one of those things where when I worked at MSNBC, the guy who was in charge of Universal Studios, his name was Tom Williams too, and I would get his emails and I would say, hey, this email may be yours, not mine, and we wrote back and forth, and he said if I ever wanted any tickets, fine, he'd be glad to give me some. I never took him up on it. Wished I had now. I wish I still had his email.
I wish you still had your pinball machine funhouse.
I wish I did too.
That's another topic we'll cover down the road.
I had two pinball machines in my life.
We ran out of time because Al cut it short in our toy Podblast last time, but I was going to segue into pinball machines being the best toy an adult could have in their home.
The pinball machines have made quite the comeback, if you think about it.
They sure have.
Stern is a big manufacturer, not Data East or Bally or Midway
or Williams. Any relation?
No.
Oh.
But Stern's making all the good pins these days. However,
here it is.
There is some problems with some of the new pins because they're going through the assembly line so fast. I'm reading on Facebook, if you can believe Facebook, they're having a lot of issues with some of them even out of the box. So they're malfunctioning and everything. Plus, they've got all these videos and crap.
It's a video game.
What was that place we go to in Avondale Estates?
It's because it made pinball machines too complicated. But the old days, they had the flip numbers and everything. But now they got all the electronics. You got TV screens on there and blah, blah, blah.
My parents' basement. My parents' basement is who you're trying to think of.
Somebody calling you?
No, that was.
There's a place in Avondale Estates, Georgia called My Parents' Basement. It's a pretty cool place. It's a bar, restaurant, grill, and they have pinball. They have comic books. It's great for a nerd like me. I like that.
It is. And they got the most current release pins there. I love the place. The bad thing about the place, I'll just say one bad thing about it, is they got the pins turned down too low.
I know. You want to hear it. Yeah, you want to hear the sound effects.
Like the Munsters pinball, they don't have the deluxe one, which has Grandpa's lab down below the playfield. It's a miniature playfield that you play, and they don't have that. They have that in Las Vegas because I went to Las Vegas. Me and Monty played at the Pinball Arcade Museum.
I've been there November 2017.
Yeah, which is across the street from the old Liberace Museum, which is no longer there. But it's a great
place.
It's a great place to go, and they've got them turned up so you can hear. But the problem is like with Batman, the 66 pinball, which I thought I would love to have one. There's too much crap going on. You can't, it takes whether it's by design or, we got the technology to do this and do that and do this. And, I don't know what it is, but it takes away from the art of getting that ball
Absolutely.
where you want it to go. There's too much distraction. And that's the problem. You don't know when you're supposed to look up at the screen to see Herman saying something funny or a clip or whatever the case may be. And that's the problem I got with the newer pinballs is too much distractions.
Tom, I agree with you. And also there's licensing issues they didn't have back in the day. Like I own an Indiana Jones, the Pinball Adventure pinball game that Williams made in 93. And you have the voice of Harrison Ford and the actors. Now they made a Walking Dead pinball machine.
But you're on the playfield. You're on the playfield.
Yeah, I'm on there. What's my name?
Chance is on the playfield.
What's my name?
Pudentang. Ask me again. I'll tell you the same. I don't know. What is your name?
Chance Bartel. It doesn't matter. Chance Bartel. Big deal. But I was on Walking Dead. I was a featured walker in the beginning and some of the earlier episodes. And there's a shot of me on the playfield. Now, I'm not on the back glass where the store is prominent, but if you know where to look, I'm on it. Big whoop. Right. But the point is, they didn't sample any of the actors' voices for the Walking Dead pinball machine, so I was disappointed with it. I thought I would have Rick and all the main characters.
Some of the
Can I say something here?
Yeah.
You know Ryan Settles, right?
Yeah.
He just posted on Facebook. He said the best toy is the one that God gave you. Think about it.
Ryan, call in later, man.
Yeah.
He's a fan of the show. He's a buddy of mine. He's called in a couple times.
And Jesse's watching, our friend Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
So anyway, so pinball, and I want to go over. We are not out of topics. The reason we're making this your show is because that's what Al and Tom wanted to do.
It's your show and not Chance's show.
And Jesse is
my man.
He is what?
My man.
He is my man.
My man.
All right.
So I want to cover real quickly some topics we'll cover in the new year. I'm not saying when, and I'll probably have to debate these guys to cover these, but one is favorite cartoons. Your favorite cartoons, whether it's a TV show or in the movies, like back in the day, they'd show a cartoon, a Warner Brothers cartoon before the main feature, a Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck.
Of course.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about your favorite TV theme songs and why. We'll talk about your favorite record album covers and record album cover art. We'll cover James Bond 007 movies and the Bond girls. We'll cover the moguls of television, Glenn A. Larson, Aaron Spelling, and Mark Goodson, respectively. We'll explain. It will be interesting. We're going to do a big Lost in Space Podblast with special guests. We're waiting we have two special guests we're working on. It's going to happen. That's the hold up there. Andy Warhol.
Well, you get Bill Mummy on and we'll talk.
Now, Al, a friendly debate. You've mentioned doing a show about Andy Warhol. Do you think that would cover a whole podcast? Because what is there to say? He did Campbell's soup cans, and he had great art, and he had a weird haircut. I mean,
and he made some very oddball movies too.
Well, talk about it. Let's get it in. What do you think there is to cover about Andy Warhol?
Well, he defines pop culture. He's dead, but he defined pop culture.
Absolutely.
He made a Campbell's soup can worth millions of dollars.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there was a live webcam at his gravesite 24 hours a day. You can tune into it. It's just shooting his little tombstone. It's crazy.
He was really ahead of his time. He was an oddball character anyway. But back in the Studio 54 days, I mean, he would show up there, and it was just
we're about pop culture, but I feel like, and it's my fault, we talk about TV and movies too much.
It is your fault.
But here's some others. Outer Limits and the Twilight Zone. That'll be a good show. Star Trek versus Star Wars. Everyone has their favorite. If you're a geek like me.
Shut up!
Yeah.
Hang on.
I like neither.
Dallas. Now, people are going to steal these ideas, so I shouldn't be talking about what we're going to cover in 2020. But
that's okay.
Play that again, Tom.
Now, Al, you.
Shut up!
No.
Keep going.
Al, this is something you said you wanted to cover. Primetime soaps like Dallas, and I call it Die-Nasty instead of Dynasty.
Yeah. I love Dynasty.
D-I-E Nasty.
That's what you can get me for Christmas. You can get me the Dynasty box set.
There you go. And I threw in some topics just for you that I do not give two craps about, like MASH. I thought you guys would want to cover.
I love MASH. I can watch it over and over and over again.
MASH are good.
And I love, now you guys are going to fight me on this, I love the Dukes of Hazzard and the Fall Guy. But I think I think we could talk about Fall Guy in the segment about Glenn Larson and
They
the
were so
moguls.
corny. They were
No.
just so corny.
You're just from a different generation. And you're right. It was cheesy.
I wasn't around when Fall Guy was on
but
TV.
it was great action.
Somebody
It's not
posted a picture.
Shakespeare, but it is what it is. Great stunts, action, women, music. I like it.
Yeah.
And I started watching them on film one a day. Again, I'm on episode 5. In
What?
production
What do you
order.
want?
Somebody posted a picture.
Time of year.
Hold
So what else?
And our favorite board games, which you kind of touched on the toy show, but we ran out of time.
We did.
But I think there's a lot to talk about in terms
There's a
of
ton of
classic
stuff.
board games
There's a ton of stuff.
and why board games are better than Angry Birds on your phone for the
Well,
family.
anything's better than Angry Birds on your phone.
I want to do a show on the Incredible Hulk. Favorite foods. That's what I want to do this week. Favorite foods, guilty pleasure foods, foods you can't find anymore. Anyway, and the list goes on and on. There's plenty to talk about. So believe us, we're not out of ideas. This is just what Al and Tom want to cover this week. Exactly. That proves my point. Crickets. Not one phone call. I'm kidding.
Well, that's true. I am disappointed that we haven't had any phone calls. Becca has a call.
Well, that's okay.
Jesse
Yeah.
has a
She
call.
did last week.
Well, she did. Yes, she did. And no one else has called.
They will. We're gonna have
You're
Ryan.
hurting our
Ryan's gonna call
feelings.
in.
Stop whining.
Okay.
So,
we won't.
guys, what do you? Well, I'm not going to blow our food topic, but I do got to ask, what's your favorite food to eat?
Well,
I would like to know.
Well,
I know yours.
Well, mine's
Pizza.
pizza. Mine's pizza. Unfortunately, it is. And there's so many good pizza places I have yet to go to. That and probably good barbecue. But
Mhm.
and there's so many good barbecue places around here. But the best is Community Barbecue, which I will be going to with Susan on Wednesday. And no, I won't bring you anyhow.
My favorite food is deviled eggs.
What?
Well,
Deviled egg? Wait.
I
We gotta
like
explore
deviled eggs.
this.
I love deviled eggs.
Wait. Your favorite food is deviled eggs?
Your
Yeah.
very favorite.
Well,
Your
no,
favorite?
I just said that, but I do
That's
like
all right.
deviled eggs. My favorite food
Okay.
is spaghetti. I love good spaghetti.
Yeah, well, good spaghetti.
Yeah,
Or who,
it's got to be good though.
or who makes good spaghetti in your book? Because I know you're not exactly a connoisseur of going out of your way of going, I'm going to try this place, even though it's a bit expensive. I mean,
I know.
where's a good place? And don't say Bamanelli's.
Well, Fazoli's used to be good, but it's gone.
Well, it was a cheap place. Okay.
but it was great for lunch.
Have you ever eaten?
Bamanelli's is fine.
Yeah.
Ask me that question when you're done asking.
I will. Have you eaten at Olive Garden?
That's for old people.
That's not.
That's for
not what
old people. I don't go there.
That's not what I asked. I asked if you eaten the spaghetti at Olive Garden.
I have not. You going to
Okay.
take me?
No,
Oh.
Is it good?
it's okay. But I'm just wondering if I'm just trying to see what his horizon is. His vast repertoire is about Italian restaurants. I've eaten at probably hundreds of Italian restaurants, and not just in Georgia, but in different states.
I like Mad Italian.
Mad Italian is very good.
Are they national?
No.
Okay.
But Mad Italian is very, very good. It's off of 285 there, and it's very good.
Izzy's is pretty good.
It's okay. What is your favorite?
Mount Bethel Elementary School.
Mount
Or any elementary school that I've ever been to always had great spaghetti and meatballs. I don't know why. Maybe it's my childhood palate, my childhood taste buds.
It was SpaghettiOs.
sorting, the
It was
truth.
canned
No,
SpaghettiOs.
no, I
That's
told
what it
you.
was.
I hate SpaghettiOs. But also Scalini's. Again, this is regional. No one's
Well,
going to know what I'm
Scalini's,
talking about. I like
Provino's.
their Provino's, Scalini's has good spaghetti.
Yeah.
But really, Mom. The spaghetti Mom made is always the best.
Your mom's always the best cook.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, this is a time of year, early 2020, people are talking about getting in shape, weight loss. Screw that. I say live it up. Let's talk about food. Man,
Yeah, because
There's
people.
so many good
well, I
foods.
mean, people go on diets every New Year, and they stick with them for the first month, maybe.
exactly.
And the thing is, you still got to go eat. You still got to go eat with your coworkers, your friends, and you go. Oh, I can't.
You got to have willpower,
I
though.
can't-
You got to stay away from
I
the bad
can't-
foods.
Yeah, but I can't go because I'm on a diet, so I better not go.
You know, I hung
Y'all
around
just-
with Tom a lot.
y'all just
you
go
know,
with me and I'll just
not
drink some
long ago,
water.
I gained a lot of weight
That's right.
because I was eating pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, whatever. You know,
Oh, yeah.
and I put on weight.
And it was good too, wasn't it?
It was
Total
very
carbs.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all carbs.
It was good.
He likes bread too.
I love bread. Oh, bread is awesome, especially if it's good bread.
My favorite bread for sandwiches is sourdough bread.
Yeah, I do too. Or
Sourdough.
French bread.
Yeah.
But, I eat right. I love fine dining, but But I have a lot of guilty pleasure foods.
You
And
put
I'm
on a
gonna
little
say one-
weight yourself.
No, I'm actually down. I weighed myself. I'm down. I'm
Oh.
good.
Well, you used
But-
to be real skinny.
Here's a guilty pleasure food that goes back to my childhood, and you guys are gonna think I'm nuts.
Go ahead.
If you
you're
don't
nuts.
Long John Silver's. I love the batter of that fish and the
That
chicken
is
planks.
good.
I
A lot
love
better than
Long-
Captain D's.
Yeah, I love it better than Captain D's. I always, ever since I had a birthday party in like 5th grade at Long John Silver's. I love that. I like
How many kids came to your birthday party at Long John Silver's? I gotta know.
a dozen.
A dozen. Was it a baker's dozen, which means it was really 13?
I don't remember. But
Wait. What kind of presents did you get? Did you get good presents at Long John
yeah,
Silver's?
Legos, sure did. I got a lot
Really?
of good stuff. But I was gonna say that Sizzler was a guilty pleasure place that you don't find anymore. They had this great all-you-can-eat fried shrimp and sirloin dish for like I think it was $5.99 or $6 in the mid 1980s, and I
Yeah.
loved it. There was one in Georgia I'd go to, and they're
They,
long
they had
gone.
Sizzler.
they're out west, though. I think
Didn't they
they're
have
around-
Western Sizzling or Sizzler? Was it
Yeah, they-
one the
Bonanza?
same?
Bonanza? Remember
different-
Bonanza?
Bonanza.
I remember Bonanza.
And,
yeah.
and they even did commercials, the Cartwrights.
I remember when
Did they
Atlanta.
really?
I remember when there was a Roy Rogers here. Remember Roy Rogers?
Yeah.
And Kenny Rogers Roasters chicken. They had great chicken. Tanner's chicken tenders. See, I don't want to be too
Tanner's
regional.
went out of bit. I didn't like Tanner's. It
I
tasted
love
like it came
Tanner's.
out of a can.
Well,
Yeah.
I like chicken tenders specifically, but I'm trying to focus on things that are national or international. So forgive me for talking about these local places. No one knows what they are. I like Del Taco. This is
Oh.
pretty much. I love Jack in the Box. You can get in the West Coast whenever I go to
I've had
Hawaii.
Jack in a Box.
Well,
when I go
wait.
to Hawaii or California, I always have to get the monster taco.
You don't go to In-N-Out Burger?
That too, yeah.
Okay.
In-N-Out Burger in LA,
Oh,
absolutely.
you've never
or
had
Las
an In-N-Out
Vegas.
Burger, have you?
I have.
Have you?
I have. I've been out there.
Whoa, stop.
I
Everyone
have
stop.
an In-N-Out Burger.
Stop. Everybody just stop and look up at the computer. Look at me.
What?
This man
I've
sitting
been
right
to
here
California.
has
I've had
In-N-Out Burger.
I have. Yes, they're okay. They're nothing
They're
special.
great. They're better than Five Guys burgers.
Well, they are.
Well, Five Guys to me is just not very good.
Well,
and,
they're
and you pay $9 for a burger and fries.
I got a gift card for Christmas I need to use.
Can I have it?
Before it expires? Maybe if you're good.
Well, I mean, In-N-Out Burger's good. It's not. Is it the best burger in the world? No, of course not. But is it probably the best fast food burger? Maybe. It's definitely the top 5. But just
I would agree with that. Do you guys like Jack in the Box?
Yeah,
The variety is
but it's
good.
like Hardee's. It's owned by the same
Yeah, I mean,
same
it's
corporate.
not fine dining
person.
for sure, but I like it. And I like Del Taco better than Taco Bell back in the day.
Nope.
But if you look, Del Taco's having a comeback.
Nope.
Hey,
Nope.
guys, the best, if you look at old commercials on YouTube for Taco Bell or McDonald's or Burger King, the food was just better. It's like in the National Lampoon Vacation movie. Remember what Clark Griswold's job was? Played by Chevy Chase?
Griswold.
Clark Griswold. I can't talk. You know what his job was? I bet Al doesn't remember.
I do not.
He designed food additives for foods. That was how inventive National Lampoon was with their writing on that. But I believe there's some truth in that. I think they put junk in our
Oh, they
food
do.
these days. They
They do.
didn't back in the 80s. But I defy you. Look at a Taco Bell ad 1984 or whatever on YouTube. Even the old Wendy's, where's the beef campaign.
No.
Those burgers were thick and
They were.
good.
They were.
And yeah, they augment it for TV and make it look better.
You know what I read the other
But
day?
it was still better.
You know what I read the other day about Burger King and their Impossible Burger?
That it puts estrogen in it.
I heard that it's got more stuff in it that's bad for you than a
Well,
regular
well,
Whopper.
They put estrogen in it.
Well, they
supposedly.
also-
I heard,
They also cook it on the same grill as the regular hamburger, so you get all that stuff. That's
and there's a lawsuit about that.
yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you tried one?
No, but I've heard.
It's okay. I wouldn't have another one, but
Yeah.
it was all right.
Yeah, well, the Popeyes chicken sandwich is good compared to.
I've had a
Yes,
few of
it
those.
is.
Good. Now, is it better than
Plumper.
Chick-fil-A?
It's probably loaded with hormones to make it so plump, but it's a plump breast.
No, it's
Did I
just
say that?
thick cut. They just
Yeah.
cut it thick. That's all.
And they put mayonnaise on it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you remember at McDonald's in the 70s they had a burger they don't serve anymore? I really like the McFeast. It was like the precursor to the McDLT.
No.
Anyway, it just had lettuce,
Don't
tomato,
know.
a lot of mayo. It was really, really good. You remember the McDLT, the hot stays hot,
Yeah,
cold stays cold.
yeah.
Jason Alexander, Seinfeld did the commercials.
Yeah,
He's dancing around like a fruitcake. I like Pizza Inn, okay, but the thing I
Yeah,
really
Pizza Inn
miss,
was okay.
the thing I really miss is Pizza Hut, the sit-down restaurants. And right here in Al's neighborhood, the last
Well,
one,
they had
the last
one right
one's
down the
closed.
street. It closed.
We went to it like the last day it was open. Remember?
Yeah, what happened
But the
was,
dumb thing is we got it to go.
Well, they lost
We
their
should have
lease.
ate in there.
but they lost their
lease.
lease. But she said that people just weren't coming in; they were taking it out. So they reopened down the street just a takeout service. We've been
Yeah.
there
Do you
too.
remember how it would smell though? Like I had birthday parties there too.
Yeah.
In soccer, I played soccer growing up, and we'd always have like a wrap party for the season at a Pizza Hut. I love the sit down Pizza Hut.
And this
Yeah,
Pizza
yeah,
Hut
yeah.
used to have at lunchtime. They had a bar, all these different slices of pizza. They had salad. It was great.
It was
Yeah, it
great.
was
Yeah.
good. Now, Pizza Hut, back when they first started, they actually at one time, this is a long time, decades ago, probably, they used to have all you can eat buffet. And you could go in there and just, they had several different pizzas. And then there's their salad bar. They had the best Thousand Island dressing I've ever had. And I remember that about Pizza Hut's salad bar, which they don't have anymore, but their Thousand Island dressing was great. I don't know what it was or what they did to it, but it was good.
Speaking of salad bars, I love Steak and Ale salad bar. Steak and Ale's gone too. I used to like the prime rib at Steak and Ale
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
salad bar, and it's gone.
Are they all gone? Are they all
I,
gone?
I don't know. I think in
I
Georgia,
know,
they are.
in Georgia, the
There was
only
one
left over.
downtown.
Well, there was one off of Jimmy Carter, which was
I don't
open
know.
up to a few years ago, but I think it's gone now. I'm pretty sure it is.
A place I've never been is Ted's Montana Grill.
Well, I've
You
been
ever
there.
been there?
There's one
yeah,
near me.
Yeah, I've been
Is
there.
it good? Is it
I've
good?
never been there.
I've been there, and to me,
Bison.
well, to me, the bison tastes a little gamey, but a lot of people love it and swear by it because you can go there and get a bison burger or a regular hamburger too, but they're kind of pricey, so that's why you haven't been out. And
There's not one close to me. That's why I haven't been.
there is one close to. It's one right
Where?
down from my house. Right down from my house, right
Really?
there, Web Gym.
I didn't know that.
Web Gym Road, right next to Red Robin's, right in the same shopping center. It's at the other
Okay,
end.
all
It's
right.
at the other end.
You guys remember TGI Fridays? They were better back in the day. I
Yeah,
used
and
to
they-
love their broccoli cheese soup,
Okay,
but now it's still around, but
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
as good.
it
It's,
is.
it's like an
the
apple.
Jack Daniel's hamburger is still pretty good.
Yes, it is. What was the first sit-down restaurant? You're older than me, obviously. But
When did
what
this
was-
become a food show?
Well,
Go ahead.
I'll wrap it up. But what was the first sit-down restaurant you ate at when you had to pay with your own money? Do you remember where it wasn't fast food? You actually had a server, and it was a sit-down restaurant.
Let's see.
I'll tell you mine while you're researching. TJ Applebee's, 1984, East Cobb County. That was the first time, and I ordered the chicken finger basket.
I remember the first restaurant I ever went to with my parents.
What's that?
It was in my hometown of Wilmington.
North Carolina.
Yeah, it was called the Friendly Cafeteria.
Oh, let me
It was
think.
really good.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Al, you're up for the win here for the buffet that you just talked about with your parents. You win.
What about you,
Ta-da.
Tom?
And now Tom's Daily Double. I think the first restaurant I went into that I remember was McDonald's.
Well, I'm in
There
a
was-
sit-down.
There
but
was
yeah.
there was a sit down McDonald's.
I mean, we
I'm
have a
kidding.
server.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
There wasn't a sit down McDonald's when I was a kid, for crying out loud. What?
Yes, there was.
What
The one with the golden arches. Yeah, they were there.
I don't remember what. I don't remember which one it was. Sorry, I had a phone call come in.
From the wifey.
I don't remember. I don't remember the first restaurant.
Was it a Chinese restaurant
No,
or Mexican?
well, yeah.
Could it have been a Mexican joint?
See, we didn't eat out much
Where'd you grow up, by the way?
in Newport News, Virginia, but we didn't eat out that much. And I'm sitting there trying to think what restaurant. Well, there was as a kid, I don't remember much.
Call from Susan Williams.
We have a call coming
there's a
in.
call. Hey, Susan, how you
Hold on,
doing?
Let me get it connected.
Hey, there you go.
Nostalgic
There you go.
Podblast.
Hey, Susan.
How are you today?
How you doing, Susan? Well, that sounded really good.
I think she needs some Pepto-Bismol.
That sounded pretty bad. You still there? Oh well.
Do you have somebody there that belongs to me?
we got a bad connection for some reason. I'm sorry.
I'm driving.
You're driving? Oh, that's probably that's
You're on the air on the Nostalgic Podblast. Did you want to add something about your favorite food, or did you have something else to ask Tom? That sounds terrible.
that sounds,
We got to terminate the call. I'm
that
sorry.
that sounds weird. That sounds
Call ended.
bizarre. Well, you guys carry on. I'll go find out what they want.
All right, Al, what's your favorite candy?
A Heath bar. Remember the Heath bar? You remember? I love that.
it
That's
was
my
a
favorite.
tooth killer, but
Yeah,
it was good.
it's delicious. And my second favorite is a Mounds bar.
What was the favorite thing your mom used to cook you for home cooked meals? What was the best dish you think?
Meatloaf.
That's mine. One
Yep.
of mine too.
No, it was the best. It was the best. And potato salad. She made the best potato salad.
Anything else come to mind? Any fish dishes or anything?
My favorite I grew up on the beach. My favorite seafood is flounder. Yeah, but I like crab. I don't like clams. And I like shrimp. Oysters I can do without. But
I don't like oysters either. But my mom, she's a retired school teacher. She was beloved in the East Cobb County school system, Soap Creek Elementary, by a lot of students. But she's a fantastic cook. She made a great lasagna, which she made the other day and gave me some. I don't live in her basement, by the way. I live on my own, but anyway. Meatloaf, as you said, she made a great hand-tossed pizza, and then pot roast with carrots, potatoes, and gravy.
Ooh, I love a good pot roast.
She makes the best pot roast.
Well, have her make some and then
I will, and I
share it.
pray for my mom and dad's continued good health. I'm so glad they're still with us. Anyway, but talking about candies, I remember when gummy bears came out from Germany. They were imported from Germany. That was a favorite candy of mine. There was something. This is an ice cream.
I like M&Ms.
I like M&Ms. Peanut or plain?
Both.
Okay,
I like both.
I like the one with the nut in it. But ice creams, I like the Bomb Pop, which you can still get. And there's something from California called the Big Stick. Ice cream is really tasty. Samantha liked that a lot.
I like the push-ups. Remember the push-up ice cream?
Yeah, that's on my list. You
it
get
was
that at
sherbet.
schoolyard,
Yeah.
In the schoolyard.
Do they still have those?
Yes, they do. You get them in your grocer's freezer. And remember Nutty Buddies?
Oh yeah.
Those were like the best ice creams. Susan, all right?
Nutty Buddies are the best. But there's good Nutty Buddies and bad Nutty Buddies. Now they get the cheap Nutty Buddies like Al would buy. Those are horrible. But if you get the good Nutty Buddies, I think they're made by not Good Humor. It's I can see Nestle. Nestle actually makes the best Nutty Buddies right now that you buy in the store.
Yeah, drumsticks,
the
right?
Drumsticks,
Yeah.
big drumsticks.
With caramel in it.
But then there's one by Good Humor that you can buy. Not in the grocery stores, but I've seen them in the convenience stores more than anything else. The cone is really big, and it's just, damn, now I want one.
Well, you can't beat a Dairy Queen too.
I'm such a hog. On the movie sets,
Dairy
I had a
Queen.
bad reputation for being, they called me the snack man because I would
Yeah.
hog everything on
Yeah.
craft services.
Of course.
And I'm such a kid. I'll never grow up. Whenever the ice cream truck comes, I go running. When I hear that bell.
Sure. Because
You had that as a kid. You come through the neighborhood, ding, ding, ding,
Well,
and it's just like,
Well, in my neighborhood, we had Good Humor, but we also had Mr. Frosty. So y'all ever have Mr. Frosty?
Yes.
I've had a Frosty
Remember
from
Mr.
Wendy's.
Frosty? No, I mean Mr. Frosty.
Never had one.
Oh, you're
You gotta
kidding.
find a clip. Maybe you got a commercial or jingle.
There's a jingle. But Mr. Softy was great. He was the character was the shape of an ice cream cone now with ice cream on the top of his head, and it was a franchise. And now they're just up in New York and in New Jersey, because I remember when I lived up there, they were up there.
Call.
So here's the theme song, which Al,
Nostalgic Podblast. We have a caller.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Tommy's sister.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. The first restaurant he ever ate at was Shoney's.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you, Jackie. God, that's my sister, Jackie. She's right. It was Shoney's, because I couldn't remember. Because when we ate out, we'd stop at McDonald's on the way home from church and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
Shoney's, that was a Shoney's right across from Anchor Drive-In, right?
that's right.
That's right. Because even as a teenager,
Actually, we used to go to the Shoney's in Williamsburg for Christmas
see, I
with
don't,
the Ray family.
I remember. Yeah, and we went to the one in Hampton too. There was one in Hampton on Kickingham or somewhere near the drive-ins. There was one we used to go to with Uncle Tom and Aunt Bay Joe. And I remember that going there. I don't know if you were married at that time, so I don't know if you went or not. But I remember we used to go there, and it was fun.
That's right. And
That's
the
right.
best hamburger is Whataburger.
Well, yeah. Okay, there's a Whataburger. It's an independent place called Whataburger. It's not the franchise. And
Been there since about 1952,
yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
still just as busy today as they were back
Yes,
then.
and every time I go home,
Nope.
I got to get a Whataburger because they're just awesome. Al, you would just flip over them. They were absolutely awesome. But they had when me and Jackie grew up, the Mr. Softy truck would come around, at least in Uncle Tom's neighborhood, is what I don't
No,
remember. I don't remember.
yeah, we had Mr. Softy and the good
Good
year,
humor.
well, not good year, but
Well, good humor.
the good something man.
Good humor.
Good
Oh, it was good
humor.
humor. And we would all run after the truck and everything. And I remember.
And then we had the man that came around after the ice cream truck that had the little merry-go-round on the back of the truck. We could get on that and ride it. You remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't.
That's cool.
Wait a minute. I don't remember that. Really?
Now that's
Is-
Well,
nostalgia.
keep it up. I'm enjoying your podcast.
Well, thank you. Well, appreciate it. But do you have pictures? Because Jackie's got pictures of everything. Do you have pictures of that?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Aw.
Jackie, do you have a favorite
All right.
food? Favorite
Y'all
food?
have fun.
Well, okay.
Wait, Jackie, do you have a favorite food real quick? What's your favorite food?
Well, you used to like Mama's pot roast on Sunday. She
Oh,
put
yeah.
it in the oven before we went to church, and
Yes.
we'd come back and the whole house would be smelling like
Oh,
roast and
sounds-
potatoes.
Yeah.
Getting hungry.
But
And
Jackie's
she made the best gravy.
but she did, and Jackie is an awesome cook herself. She makes some awesome stuff all the time.
Thank you, brother.
All right. I love you, sis.
Thanks for
Thank-
calling,
thanks for
and thanks for
calling.
supporting the show and
Okay.
listening.
Tell
You too,
David.
thanks.
Tell David I said hi.
Okay. Bye-bye.
But that
Is
was,
she still in Virginia?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's my
Yeah.
sister Jackie,
Yeah.
and she's great. She listens to the Podblast.
I'd like to meet her sometime. She's always so sweet.
Oh,
Leaves
she is.
nice comments
Oh, she is.
about our shows.
She is. She's a great.
On
She's a
Facebook.
great person. I grew up with her. I used to be scared. I used to be scared and have to go sleep with her. And you know that Twilight Zone episode that we were talking about, the one little boy lost or little girl.
Little
lost?
girl lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I was afraid. You know,
That poltergeist ripped
yeah,
off.
well, I was afraid to sleep against the wall. 'Cause I was afraid I'd go through the wall. And so, but she was afraid. She was afraid she would go through the wall, so she would put me next to the wall. And so, in case somebody went through the wall, it'd be me. Isn't that right, Jackie? I think that's right. I think I've got that right. But back to Mr. Softy. Here's the way, Al. Here's the way it sounded. Let's see.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, I'm
I
sorry.
just got a text from Susan.
Yes, I know.
I'm
You know what
showing
she
him.
said?
Leftover spaghetti. Yeah.
She says we're having leftover spaghetti and salad for dinner. So if you all would like to have dinner with us, you are welcome.
Well, that
You
doesn't
wanna
mean
go over?
everyone listening. That means
I'm talking about me, you, and Chance. Would you like to go over there, Chance?
That'd be fine.
All right. Well, we can do that.
Okay.
We can do
I
that.
love
Well,
spaghetti.
text her back and tell her that
I will.
we'll do
I will.
that.
So here's the Mr. Softy commercial. Al, if you want to track the computer, we can hear what the theme song, because Mr. Softy had a theme song. It was a franchise, and you buy the truck, and the truck came. It was a turnkey operation. The best soft serve ice cream in the world, and still good, Chance. Because when I lived up in New York, I don't mean to touch your
That's
eye.
all right.
When I lived up in New York, I would pull up behind one, pull over, and go get a cone because it was so dang good. Here's the vintage Mr. Softy commercial.
Here comes Mr. Softy, the soft ice cream man. The creamiest soft ice cream you get from Mr. Softy. For refreshing delight supreme, look for Mr. Softy.
My milkshakes and my sundaes and my cones are such a treat. Listen for my store on wheels, jingling down the street.
The creamiest soft ice cream you get from Mr. Softy. For refreshing delight supreme, look for Mr. Softy. S-O-F-T double E, Mr. Softy.
How corny.
All right. So anyway, it goes on. It's a long commercial. It's a 3-minute commercial. Must be a promotional. But yeah, how corny. But back in the late 50s, early 60s, it wasn't so corny. You go chasing after that truck because it'd play that little song with the bells. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, that's
dun.
true.
So you'd hear those bells in the neighborhood and you'd go running. Just like in my neighborhood, they would also ring the bell and you knew there was an ice cream truck around. And my mom couldn't get her purse quick enough. Tommy, you go stop that truck and we'll buy some ice cream. So that it was fun. It was fun back then.
I love the ice cream man.
But now you don't want
The
to stop.
truck, that is.
You don't want to stop the ice cream maker. You know what you're going to get.
You know, you've heard of Briars.
You got to be careful.
In but they can't, for some reason, they can't put ice cream on their box. It's just Briars. Why is that? They can't call it ice cream for some reason.
I've never noticed, but
No, they can't.
I wonder why.
Probably a copyright.
Well, they can't call it ice cream. It's just
Or-
Briars, and it's really good.
Patents.
There's got to be a reason. Anybody
I
know?
know.
Does anybody know?
Lawyers,
Anybody chime in?
lawsuits.
Why don't you Google that? And see? I
Well,
don't know.
he's got his
Well, you got the
laptop
phone.
up.
Did you-
Another good ice cream was Cherry Berry. They used to have it at Six Flags across the country.
Cherry
And I just never
Berry?
did- It was just a cherry ice cream, and it had a gumball at the bottom. I remember Samantha Livingston
Oh, yeah.
reminded me about that.
You know, and I don't think that Bluebell's worth the money you pay. I mean, it's okay. but it's not worth all, the extra $5 you have to buy.
And they've had some issues with listeria. Not to get too graphic.
Now, I did like the free Bluebell ice cream. Are you funny?
Sorry.
That's awesome. What is that? It's not like Rodak.
It's Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
I did like the Bluebell when it was free at the radio station.
No, wait a minute. Why did you get free ice cream at the radio station?
Jim Gossett, newsmakerline.com, is a funny bit about Bluebell. I'm not going to copy his joke, but his joke to tell.
Once a month, they would have the new flavor. They would, they'd have all this ice cream up there.
Oh. So
what's this other thing, Chance, that they used to bring up there that they sold at the ballpark? Those push-up things, those
push-up pops?
They don't sell them in the stores.
Or the sherbet?
Like lemonade?
No, the lady would have the little thing, and we would, buy. They had purple, and they had, the different flavors. It was like ice cream, but it was on a stick. What was that stuff they brought?
It was called ice cream on a stick.
They sell it at the ballpark. At the ballpark.
Pop? It's not a bomb pop where it's red, blue, and white.
When they would bring it up to the station, and we had one individual. There's always a hog. He would always go over there.
Would that be?
Oh gosh, of course, King of Pops.
Yeah.
King of Pops popsicles, and they're going to be nationwide very soon.
They were great. They
had their own creamery. It was some lawyers that lost their jobs and they started their own company, and they're mega successful. And they don't believe in advertising. It's all word of mouth.
It's called King of Pop, and they're delicious.
King of Pops.
They're lawyers, so they won't get my business.
Well, and they don't want to be in the grocery stores either.
Yeah.
They want to just be mom and pop grassroots, and they got that great contract to be at SunTrust Park, which is where the Atlanta Braves play baseball in the Atlanta, Georgia area in Cobb County. But guys, what about candies? I want to just quickly.
Wait.
I think we need to move away from food.
But wait just a second.
We're about to,
you talked about, as I was leaving the room to make a call, you were talking about your favorite candy bar. Well, my favorite candy bar was Fifth Avenue Bar. Now, Fifth Avenue Bar, Al, you'll remember, Fifth Avenue Bar used to have almonds. Used to have an almond on one end and the other end in the middle. There was 3 almonds, if I'm not mistaken. But then they were bought out by Hershey or somebody. I think Hershey bought them out. And then he took away the almonds. So then it became more of just a kind of a peanut butter type of.
It was a
candy
Butterfinger.
Bar. Yeah, it was like a Butterfinger. Yeah, and Clark Candy Bar. I love Clark Candy Bars. Now, Butterfinger, Clark. Here's the funny thing.
That's on my list of B-list Halloween candy.
Yeah, well, Clark Bar, Butterfinger, and Fifth Avenue, they all kind of taste the same, sort of. I mean, there's differences, but there's nothing worse than a non-fresh Clark Butterfinger, bar, because you bite into it. The Butterfingers I really love. They become Zagnut's was good too. They become petrified, as I call them. And it like, gosh, how old is this one? Because it's petrified. It's not fresh.
Ew.
And it's just hard to chew.
I got to quickly tell this story. One time, my sister and I were kids. We're going to Nashville. Went through Nashville on the way to St. Louis to visit my grandparents. Anyway, we stopped at a convenience store to get candy, and I got a Reese's peanut butter, the kind with the nuts in it.
Oh.
There were kind with the Reese's peanut butter bar, and I opened it, and it was dehydrated, and there were bugs in it.
Oh.
Like it had been there forever, like little flies that were dead and dried up and on the candy. That was just a horrible childhood memory. But
so this is something you remember.
Yeah, I remember it vividly. We were in Nashville, Tennessee, on the way to St. Louis, and I never stopped there again at a convenience store.
Well, that's all.
I remember Tangy Taffy. I had braces, and my orthodontist said, "Don't eat taffy," but I did anyway, and I screwed up my braces with that Tangy Taffy.
Now, Bottomo Turkish Taffy. Al, do you remember that?
I never liked taffy.
I do remember. Yeah, but do you remember? Yeah. You remember you would take the bar, you would slam it and break into pieces, and you'd eat it. So that's now come back. You can buy them now at the convenience stores. I've seen them. But when I was a kid,
hurry, go on.
As a kid, I remember being back at my brother's was playing
Nostalgic
baseball.
Podblast. Just a second, Ryan.
Hang on, Ryan.
Tom's finishing up a quick story.
Hang on, Ryan. Glad you called.
What's going on? Hopefully we have a better connection than we did the last time.
All right, so hang on just a second, Ryan. So
right on. I'm thoroughly enjoying the show.
Wait, we're old guys. We'll forget what we're saying. Wait a minute. So real quick, this Bottomo Turkish Taffy bar was great, but the problem is it would pull the caps and the fillings out of your teeth in a heartbeat.
All kinds of stuff. I'm not sure if I'm on here.
Yeah,
you are. You're there.
And he's
We hear
still
you.
talking. But that's what I remember. I remember being back there helping the guy keep the score of the game and pulling out a couple of fillings of those darn bottom-o Turkish
All right,
taffy
let Ryan
bars.
talk.
All right, hey, Ryan, what you got, man? Thanks for listening.
Oh, yes, man, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I really want to take it all the way back to the beginning and talking about all the weird food.
Right.
And I guess I'm like a scumbag because half of that crap I love still.
Scumbag. Yeah.
But I remember we were talking about spotted dick. That's a real thing. That is for surely a real thing. And also, there's another thing, and this is mostly a European thing, but it's called cock soup.
Oh,
okay. All right. It's a family show. It's a family show, right?
But he's describing a product. That's real.
I understand.
I didn't think about it. It's just chicken broth.
I think you're making all this up. I don't believe that.
No,
it's easy. Google it.
No, it's true.
Yeah, he's probably right. He's probably right.
I would not.
They got some weird dishes
you
over
can't
there.
make stuff up like that.
No, you can't.
So what you got going on today, brother?
Man, I'm just chilling out, man, having a good time, man. Listening to you guys.
He just wanted to talk about.
I think that when we talk about like gross food, well, let's talk about caviar. That's pretty damn gross.
Oh yeah, fish eggs.
But it's very expensive.
I don't understand why people like that. Explain to me why people like that stuff. I really don't. I've seen it, and I don't like fish anyway because it tastes fishy. But caviar, I mean, it's fish eggs, right? Correct. Am I right? Come on.
Absolutely, it's fish eggs.
Oh my!
It's like eating a raw oyster.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
who can eat that?
Well, I don't like that
it's
either.
Like, ugh.
So, do you like oysters? Is oysters your favorite dish, Ryan? I'm just kidding.
Also, I remember you guys were talking about cheese, like Parmesan cheese, and
yes,
how it's. Or I believe Sir Chancelot,
yeah,
was saying that it smelled like vomit.
That does to me.
The thing about cheese, the more horrible it smells, to me, the better.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay.
So you like Munster cheese then?
Yeah, Munster.
Tom's favorite show.
Cheese.
Man, Munster
Yeah,
cheese
I love
smells
all
the
cheese.
worst.
You could see my physique, you would understand that. So
You don't look that bad, dude. Come on.
You don't look as bad as Chance, do you?
And Vienna sausages, come on, man. That's like the only meal you can buy for like I believe that's still like 45 cents.
True.
Right
true.
next to the Dinty Moore stew.
And you know what's good with those is if you take one of them, cut them in half, and you put them on a saltine cracker.
Or
saltine cracker.
or make a sandwich with a
Well,
mustard.
yeah,
Oh,
I
I
used to. Yeah, I used to make sandwiches with them. I used to cut the sausages in half, put mustard on the bread, and boom, there's your sandwich.
Another nasty idea: sardine sandwiches.
Ooh, I can't. I had a friend of mine who would eat sardines right out of the can with crackers.
God.
You
Get
know,
out of here.
just rotten fish.
Oh, I also believe you guys were talking about God, another thing that I grew up on that I absolutely love. I haven't had it in probably 40 years, but pimento loaf.
Oh,
I love pimento cheese.
Well, Al has an olive loaf in his refrigerator.
Or the olive loaf, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Pickle loaf.
Pickle loaf, sorry.
Yeah, pickle loaf. Thank you. Yeah, I grew up on that stuff, and you know what? I probably still love it.
And
Wow.
And fried bologna. You know, you take bologna. Put
Well,
it
I
down,
must say, I
fry.
still love fried bologna.
Yeah,
I still
they
like
make a
fried
great
bologna.
sandwich.
All right, but when was the last time, Ryan, you ate any of that stuff, though? You just said you haven't done it, but I mean, does that make you want to go to Publix right now? And as soon as you hang up and go buy something?
It absolutely does.
Wow.
You see, but Ryan's married now, and his wife is a great cook. I understand. I've never had dinner over there, but I understand.
There's a
she's-
reason, because you like this weird stuff.
Yeah. Actually, Ryan, you live like 9 miles from the studio. I'd love to have you come on sometime, maybe.
Oh, I know.
And
You guys were talking about the Ted's about the bison burger.
yeah, I've never had that. Please.
We go there quite often.
Now, have you had the bison burger?
Like, yeah, on Webkin Road.
Yeah, that's the one I go to. But have you eaten? How many times have you had a bison burger?
Oh, every time I go there, I get one.
All right. Does it, now? Well, I understand, but they have regular hamburger too. But does it taste a little gamey to you, or just me?
Gamey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I think it tastes better.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
Like,
I didn't like it.
gamey, I think more of like duck or like a
Yeah.
deer or deer meat, that kind of crap.
Yeah.
To me, the bison burger was fantabulous.
Really?
Fantabulous.
Was
I like
Ted,
that.
was Ted there? I heard Ted shows up in some of them. Ted Turner. Was he there? He owns it.
Ted Turner?
Yeah,
Did you
owns
ever see Ted Turner? I guess not.
I've never. No.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I never look around. So
your phone must be getting bad reception here.
I'm
Near the window.
being a pig.
Well, Ryan, I appreciate you calling in. You've clearly been listening really carefully. And,
Yes, you have. Have you been taking notes, Ryan?
Yeah,
I think he has. He must be a young dude because I can't remember half the stuff we talked about.
So I have to like jot down something.
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm not that smart, so my brain doesn't really retain it.
Let me say the Nestle lemon splash water sucks, but that's just me. I don't like it. I don't like it, but Al likes it. He bought it, so.
Well, Ryan, is there anything else you wanted to add?
I love how you guys mentioned Don Imus. Rest in peace. What a brilliant.
I love Don Imus.
Yeah, because you're a big free speech guy, and I know you always say two great things. One is no rules in comedy, and tell our audience what your opinion. No boundaries in comedy. Forgive me, but what is it you say about podcasts? It's the final frontier of
speech medium, man. Take advantage, fellas. Take advantage.
Yeah.
It's the final frontier. This is what I say. I won't say the F bomb, but it's the final frontier of effing free speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, be tasteful. You don't want to be like hating everybody and all that.
No.
Man, take advantage of the medium. You
Yeah,
know?
there's plenty of those out there. I'm sure. I know
That's
there
what
are.
we got. But anyways, look, man, I feel like I'm taking up too much time.
No.
I really appreciate you guys taking my call. I really enjoy the show, and I can
We appreciate
wish
it.
you continued success.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
Ryan.
you.
Call
Thank you very
anytime,
much.
and I hope to have you in the studio to check out Al's wonderful gear, and maybe he'll sell some to you.
Love it.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for calling.
And you'll have to visit Studio East when we get it up and going too.
We're building a new studio.
Take care, Ryan. Thanks for calling. Thanks for
All right,
calling.
thanks a lot, guys, man.
Thank
Okay,
you, brother.
brother.
Love you.
Peace out, man.
Bye.
I think he's one of our number one fans.
He loves all
Well, my
podcasts. You know
my
what he
sister is
does?
too.
He works from home and he listens to podcasts all day. We talk on the phone all the time lately, and he said the longer the podcast, the better. He says that I look for ones that are like 2 hours long, so you can sit there and
Oh yeah, listen to him.
just saying.
I want to bring up something here. We can kind of go away from food right now, but we all like movies. We all enjoy movies, collecting film and going to movies. What do you hate most about movie theaters now? I mean, because, I love going to the movies, but there are some things that just really irk me.
Let me
you know?
talk.
Okay.
Let me talk. Okay, it's bad enough you and me used to work in a movie theater, which was
We did.
great. I loved it. And we had to put the commercials on the front of the features and blah blah blah. That was fun.
It was film then.
It was film, and it wasn't as many. But now you go into the theater, and your deluge from the moment you get there. Inside, and I'm talking about inside the theater. Too many commercials, and then there's way too many commercialization of all the television networks, whether it be TNT or whoever has the most money to spend at a movie theater. I think I saw TNT and there was NBC. I don't go there to watch commercials.
But the reason they do that,
I know why they do it, but I'm saying, do they really have to do so much of it now? Because now it's just way too much of it.
That's why people kind of they try to get there when the previews start or the feature starts. They bypass all that.
Yeah.
But if you go to a real popular movie, you won't get a good seat.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, now everything's reserved seating if you go to a decent theater.
Well, those are usually the stadium seatings that serve food. Those are the reserve seatings, is what I've found to be the case. But
in Cobb, it's just regular cinemas like Regal Cinemas and AMC theaters. And I love Georgia Theater Company here in Georgia. I think they have the best popcorn out there. Because Al, you told me that a British company, bought Regal Cinemas.
They did.
The popcorn, the quality's starting to go down. It's starting to taste more like AMC popcorn to me.
Well, they're trying to save a buck.
They're going to the cheap
and still make a buck.
That's another good food, popcorn.
Yeah.
Some hate it. Some love it. I love popcorn.
Well, as much as I enjoyed working in a movie theater, I thought it was a lot of fun. Tom and I did. I think the digital presentations look great. I mean, film was film, and it was fun to play with and to thread up a movie projector. But you go to the movies now and watch a digital movie, and it looks fantastic.
And the sound, I like RPX sound, I like the Dolby Atmos sound system, which is an AMC theater exclusive.
Yeah,
I learned that from Ferret Face back at the station.
Now we have a theater near me, is an AMC theater. It used to be Carmike, but Tom used to work there. Carmike. Tom used to work there. He was a projectionist, worked there, and so. It was a nice theater, but now Tom hates to go there because he said the seats are so uncomfortable.
They are. They kill my back.
And it's just like,
they are. They are. The seats are horrible there.
Well, nowadays, Tom, I've mentioned this before. He's a director at the Weather Channel, which I think is cool. Monday through Friday.
I got a tour of that place the other day. Anyway,
I'd like to check it out sometime. But and then our background is radio. I'm more of a sales and marketing guy. You both are broadcast professionals, so that's why they get irritated with me. You're talking too close to the mic. And they make valid points.
That's why we put a screen in front of the mic for Chance so he wouldn't.
It's called a spit guard.
When he wouldn't eat it.
But I've learned, hey guys, I've learned. I don't want to make this a circle jerk, but learned a lot from both of you from a technical standpoint, and it's been great doing this show, and I want to keep it going as long as we can.
Yeah, we will.
We do get into arguments.
We do. Oh yeah. Now let's just talk about this. Now, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but during the week, I mean, Chance and I kind of get into it. Yeah, I mean,
we're all control freaks.
But it's constructive in a way.
Well, in a really weird way.
In a weird way. And then I would get ill at his text coming in sometimes, and I just refuse to deal with it. But
I'm guilty of over texting.
Yeah,
I'm one of the worst. Like I'll get on a roll and just send like 30 texts, and you're like, stop.
So how many of you all out there text and drive?
Be honest. It's outlawed in Georgia. I do.
I know.
And I know the woman who sadly lost her son that got this legislation passed. I work with her at Auto Trader.
Yeah, but now
autotrader.com.
Like on my car now, I can sit there and talk a text.
And who had to tell you about that?
That's cool.
I just got my iPhone plugged up, and there's a little button on the steering wheel. I can just
yours does that too.
Yeah.
And it's like when you send a chat, Chance says, what do you want for lunch? Then I say, she'll say, you want to reply? And I go, yes. And then I'll tell you.
Oh, man,
that's cool.
And that is cool. I got a quick horrible story. I've told you both what happened to my friend Hunter the other night. Out of his own driveway of his townhouse, his car was stolen. And he woke up at 4 a.m. and noticed the car.
Yeah, but he left the keys in the car.
He left the spare key, and he left it unlocked and left the spare key in the glove compartment.
Stupid on his part.
And he will be the first to admit that. But fortunately, his insurance company has his back, and they got him a rental car even though it wasn't on his policy. But here's the interesting thing. He noticed it missing, called the cops, and then they went into pursuit. They saw the assailant, the criminal, pursued him. The guy crashed into a wall, and he still got away on foot. And they found like a stolen gun, stolen purses, everything.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for my buddy Hunter, but he'll be all right thanks to insurance. But please, everybody, don't leave your keys in your car and leave your car locked, and don't have your valuables.
Was it a desirable car?
No, it's just a Honda Accord, black. Wow. It was the color, I think. It was kind of a slick-looking design with a spoiler and all that. And he has a killer job working from home, and so he's a good guy, and I wish him well. So I just had to mention that.
No, that's great because okay. Really? Okay, that's great.
Did you think
the thing about texting and driving is horrible, but I still see everybody doing it on 285 because the traffic sucks so bad on 285. Everybody's going so slow, and they got nothing to do. So they get bored, and guess what? They're going to pick up their phone. But you look at these people that do that, and they're looking around, making sure they want a cop around because it costs you like $150, $250 if you get a fine for it, and it counts against your insurance because your insurance company doesn't want to hear about you texting and driving because it's against the law.
I've never been caught, and I'm just going to cut it out. It's a bad idea to text and drive. It's dangerous. It's almost as bad as drunk driving.
It is.
Or drug driving.
It is because I'll admit I've looked down a couple of times and almost hit a car before.
But what gets me, Tom, is when someone's at a red light and it's a light doesn't stay green long, and they're texting on their gosh darn phone. And they don't go, and then you miss the light.
I know, and it's illegal there too.
It's illegal everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
And people think, oh well, I'm stopped.
No,
that makes it okay. I can text.
It's not okay.
But let's see. One quick thing about the food in Burger King commercials. Talk about commercials of the past where the food looked better. There was something so offensive about the Burger King and McDonald's commercials of the 80s, where they'd have a white version and a black version of the commercial. What I mean is the white version of the Burger King ad would be, you'd see this square guy with glasses, order at the window and say, I'd like a Burger King your way right away, right? Well, I want no pickle, extra mayo. And then the black version, a guy comes in of color and just said, I'm hungry, and they try to make it funny and stuff. And I thought, that's offensive. They're obviously pandering to different demographics.
Well, I've never seen that commercial.
That was in the
before.
80s. I can
I
pull
don't
it up on
remember
YouTube.
that. I don't remember that. I don't remember
Well, they
that.
were trying to pander down to the good times folks.
I did like some of the jingles, though, McDonald's, like double cheeseburger, burger, please. Remember that?
Yeah.
They got rid of the stupid clown, didn't they?
No. Still got
Is he still around? Ronald McDonald still around?
I like the Burger King King. He was kind of freaky. They did a little take on that. In the
He was
recent
creepy
commercial where
looking.
He'd be looking through a window and somebody gets
he is
spooked.
creepy. But Burger King had this really bizarre website where they had a chicken, and the chicken was a life-size chicken. It was a guy in a chicken suit, obviously, and he had a garter and everything on, and you could tell the chicken what to do, and the chicken would do it. And I'm not kidding you. This is real. I don't think it's still there. I forget what it was called now, but I remember somebody at work told me about it, and I went to it and looked at it, and I went, oh my gosh, this is the most bizarrest thing you've ever seen in your life. You tell the chicken to dance, he'd start dancing. I mean, and if you told him to do something risque, what you probably shouldn't do anyway, he would have a smart answer for you. But it was the most bizarre thing. It was a chicken in a white room. It was dimly lit. It was just bizarre. Anybody else seen it out there? I mean, surely somebody besides me has seen it. It was pretty bizarre. And it was.
You should have brought your chicken.
It was Burger King. You're right. I should have brought.
You should have brought the chicken. But bring him next time.
And the kazoos. I have one of mine in my car.
We gotta have a kazoo. We gotta have a kazoo.
I got one in there.
A kazoo off. Do you guys remember the Reggie candy bar, Reggie Jackson? It didn't last long, but it was just basically a Goo Goo cluster without the marshmallows. But I liked it.
Okay.
Caramel.
Of course, there was the O. Henry
bar. It was like
bar.
a Baby Ruth, basically.
It was like the O. Henry bar as well.
Yep.
Henry Aaron.
Shaped round, and then cherry Tic Tacs. You can get them on Amazon, but they used to be in the store. I remember back in '79 when I was a little kid.
I never liked Tic Tacs.
Well, they had this pack that
never
was
liked
half orange and half cherry with a little plastic
Yes.
divider.
Yeah.
I love those.
And you mix them. But now they've got the bigger size containers for people
mixed fruit
who overdo it.
Yeah.
And now it's I don't know how expensive it is, but I've bought one or two of them, and they last a long time. Well, this has been fun today, guys. We're coming to a jolting close.
But you see what I did? You guys want to have a freeform show? That's fine, freeform. And I still snuck in most of what I want to talk about.
Nothing
Am
but
I not
food.
Am I not a bastard or what?
Yes, you are. You are a bad boy.
Shameless bastard.
You are shameful. But it's been fun today. We've enjoyed.
We're
your
going to do a
feedback.
free for all, like maybe once a month. It's just whatever's on our mind.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to mention that really kind of like you like or dislike about anything, or
we try to keep politics out of it because I want this to be
I'm not.
This show is a time capsule about nostalgia, and it should be an escape. Dare I say it, a safe space for you to get away from politics.
We're not going to talk about politics.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Well, then I'm sorry I opened the show with Trump.
No, I don't care. Well, he is the president for now.
It was a New Year greeting. Yeah. That's all it was for. That's all it was about. It wasn't
I'm
about who was the president. I could have used Ronald Reagan.
And why do people be so outspoken? Just vote your conscience one way or the other. Just vote. That's all you got to do. You don't have to be.
That's right. If you don't like a guy, vote him out.
Yeah,
that's right.
Just vote him out.
That's the American way.
I vote. Do you vote?
I vote.
Don't ask me.
Some people actually say,
then you can't complain. You can't complain.
It irritates me when people say, I'm not going to vote because it doesn't matter. It's one party and the other party, and it's all about big business. So I'm not going to cast my vote. Well, you know what? Then you lose.
I have friends that don't vote because they don't want to be called for jury duty because that's how, But the thing about it is,
that's what happens.
They do get you from the voting register, and I've been called to jury duty twice.
Yeah, because the second you register to vote, it's like that January, February, boom, you get
or a library card too.
But I'm of the age now. See, I'm of the age now. They won't call me no more. They told me that.
Well, it's because you're
no more.
No more. Have no opinion.
Well, I've been twice. That's okay. I didn't mind going.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun today.
Yeah, it's been a good show. It's better than I thought it would be.
We've covered a lot of stuff.
It was. Did you like it? You have a good time?
It was good.
It's a good time. Did y'all have a good time?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to
I'm looking back
spaghetti.
at the computer. I'm looking back at the computer.
What?
I'm looking back at the computer. See if they had a good time. Yeah. They all had. Everybody's waving. Wave back to them. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
Call next time.
Now, only my sister would know this. Is a Bungles wave for you. Here's a double Bungles wave for you. Actually, this arm is.
You know a Jess guy? Jeff Logan.
Jeff Logan, good buddy of mine.
He's on.
Hey, Jeff.
All
He
right,
has yet
so,
to call in.
so it's been fun, guys.
Guy named Richard Sidewater's on.
Rich Sidewater, yeah, good buddy of mine.
Let's see. Adam Minahan. Now, Adam is a friend of mine.
Hey, Rich.
Adam is a good friend of mine. He does a podcast called, The Catholic Man Show. And it's really good. He's in Oklahoma. So, Adam, thanks for joining. I listen to your podcast all the time.
Well, next week we'll be coming to you live from Toco Hill Shopping Center.
Let me show Adam the Pope. Adam, who we have the Pope?
Hey, Adam,
here?
this is the Pope. How you doing? It's good to see you today.
That's how the Pope talks.
that's-
well, not really, but it's
But Adam's a good guy. Huh?
No disrespect to the Pope. None whatsoever. Anyway, smacked that poor woman. He smacked her upside the face and body slammed her, didn't he? No, I'm just kidding. He didn't do that. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Just
he since
kidding.
apologized. He said he
I know.
overreacted,
Yeah,
so,
well,
but,
he's a-
you know,
he's
Oh,
human.
real quick correction corner. When you have a second, hit that. I got a very fast correction
All
corner.
right, a very fast
Very
correction.
fast.
corner.
a very fast one.
Very fast.
Here's Chance Bartell
Well,
to take us to
been one-
correction corner.
Been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. In a past Podblast, I was bagging on Brian Williams, who got caught lying. He used to be the head anchor of NBC News.
Yes.
And he was on David Letterman talking about Harry S. Truman. And it irked me how he said, here's Harry S. Truman, born in St. Louis, Missouri. And that irritated me because he was not born in St. Louis. And I said on the show that he was from and born in Independence, Missouri, which is true. And I said, that's the capital of Missouri. And everybody with half a brain in their head knows the capital of Missouri is Jefferson City.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to correct that. So I was the idiot when I was trying to point out that he was an idiot. And then the other thing, oh gosh, what the heck was it? I guess that's all.
Well, you'll notice that Al and I never have correction corner issues
No, we never make mistakes.
because we don't.
You're
make
perfect.
mistakes.
But when I make a mistake, I'm going to set the record straight. I don't want to put anything false out there on this show.
Well, I don't either. No, we don't. And we try to keep it clean. Sometimes it unfortunately, human nature takes over.
And one final thing, the Jeopardy clip we played in our last Podblast about toys that referenced the SCTV versus SNL Podblast. I said it was from Friday, December 29th edition of Jeopardy. No, the 29th was a Sunday. It was Friday, December 27th. Minor quibble, but I want to correct it.
You know what I found out? Speaking of Jeopardy, you know what I found out the other day?
Wait.
You know,
tell us.
You know the movie Wizard of Oz. Everybody's,
Of course.
the great MGM classic with Judy Garland. Did you know that the studio they used to film Jeopardy or tape it is the same studio they shot Wizard of Oz in? Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I learned that in the ABC special.
On
other
the
night.
on the Sony lot. It used to be the MGM lot, but it's the Sony lot.
And they talk about that in Game Changers, hosted by Alex Trebek, which I brought over. We'll watch sometime.
Oh,
Great
okay.
documentary on game shows.
But but the audience for Jeopardy is small. I thought it was larger, but it's not really big.
You mean the in-studio audience?
Right, in
Yeah.
studio audience. Yeah,
Yeah.
not the viewership, but it's not very big.
Did you watch his special the other night?
I did.
That's what
It was
he's talking
good.
about. It was
Yes.
good. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I wanted told him to.
He called me and told me about it. I didn't know it was on.
And of course, by now it's already aired, the big contest, and we know who won.
Well, are you talking about the one that starts
Yeah, the
Tuesday
prime
night?
time. No, it's already aired. And wink, wink. It's already aired, and we know who won.
Oh no, I don't.
Wink, wink.
That's
wink,
right.
It's
yeah,
already
yeah.
aired.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You never
sure,
know when
yeah.
someone's going to listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to date the show.
You know, yeah. He was good though.
Yeah, he was, man. He smoked them. He smoked those old dudes.
That was good.
You know, he got $1 million.
And he has that. I love his
Well,
goofy smile.
Oh, he was good.
Well, until
But that's the only game show I watch: Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
I
When
watch
is
them both.
when is Pat St. Jack coming back?
he's back.
Well, you mean post surgery? That
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there's one. This is all in the past now, but there's 1 week left of shows that Vanna hosted, and then Pat. will
She
be
was
back.
okay, but she needs to be at the letterboard. Oh, gotcha.
Do I detect a note of misogyny, sir?
She's made a good living at that. You know. Well, until next time, Pod Blast audience. Our audience is
And we'll
Chance-
decide
wife
next
joined
week
that.
what we're going to talk about. I have no idea.
Well, you know what? It's going to be a
I rattled off a
surprise.
lot of
It's
good
going to be a
stuff.
great surprise to all of us because we don't know because we really haven't had a discussion about it. But until then, this is Tom saying the totals and bye-bye.
Bye, and we'll see you
ya.
next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching and listening.
And we're done.
What's the length? An hour and a half?
Let's see. Hour 31 minutes and 30
Just like you like it.
Yeah.
See, it all worked out. We're getting
It
along.
was good. We only had just a few clips. I mean, it was good.
Well, I like the clips he does with his laptop live, instantaneous.
Yeah.
And I'll have that.
My battery died.
When I have my laptop up and running, I'll have that. But I'll let you do. I like when you do the clips. No, I meant to bring it over and I forgot. I'll bring it over.
Set it up.
Next week I will. There's so much going on with that food I had to get and everything, and I'll bring it.
Is this Podblast 14 or
15. And I don't want to steal his thunder because that's part of what he brings to the show is the rapid clips.
Podblast 15.
I
gotta save it.
But it's not a MacBook. He's got a cool MacBook, and I'm not. Look, I love my new laptop. So
Hey, turn the speaker off.
What?
Turn the speaker.
Oh, his phone speaker.
Let the battery run down. Who cares?
It was 100% charged. How do you turn this off?
Well, we had a lot of people tune in.
Yeah.
My friend Adam in Oklahoma is a great guy. He does a thing called the Catholic Man Show.
Mark should.
All right, we're still streaming, are we not?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're still up. I got to take it off.
It's fine.
We need to go ahead and sign that off.
Let me see who's on there.
But here's what we see.
And I didn't get to talk about my favorite cereals. That's why I wore the stupid shirt with Count Chocolate. But we'll do it another time. That was part of my favorite foods. Let's see.
See Adam tuned in.
I want to read his comments later from Ryan. Look at all the comments. Blast off, said. He called in, you understand, that's Ryan.
Jason Blacknell.
Hey, Ryan, everybody.
Jason Backnell
We'll
works.
come up with a good topic next week.
Mike Lee Crawford.
We could talk about cars, I don't know.
Jason be a guy.
Hot rods and stuff.
Jason Backnell be a guy.
Jennifer Tillman. Michelle.
Yeah.
Cable Collins.
That's a high school buddy of mine from Walton High School.
Rebecca.
That's your friends who called in last
Jesse.
week.
Todd. Todd's a friend of mine. He lives out Midwest. He's a radio guy.
So you don't like the bison burgers? That's your position?
I think that tastes gamey.
See, that's what Ryan said.
Because I love the bison.
The best toy is the one that God gave you. And
between your one.
Then let's see.
That's cool.
Somebody
My
said-
friend Rich, that's a good buddy of mine from high school.
Yeah.
I'm still friendly with him. We talk and hang out when we
We
can.
had a lot of people tune in. Did you end the video? Nope. Yeah. Okay, so you see, there's an Elvis poster.
That's, you just put that in here, right?
Yeah. So it's still up.
Well, good. Hey, can we pull up the SoundCloud numbers today or no? To see how many downloads
Can
we
you go
got.
ahead and sign off so we don't have to continue to perform?
Well, this is real. I ain't bullshitting for the
fine.
camera.
Let me save this.
All right.
Hang on.
And later, I have my flash drive to save last week's show.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I brought it. Because I'm always 1 week behind because you put the show together and make sure the levels are right and all that. Your sister's excellent. She's always so sweet and leaves great comments and stuff on Facebook.
Really good.
Except for Ryan's dropped out, and you know why? We both have T-Mobile, so it was at his end, not mine. But it's okay. It's
T-Mobile
okay.
sucks.
No, I'm grandfathered into this killer rate, but you get what you pay for. So I need to just bite the bullet. I've been saying this forever and get Verizon.
I can't wait to get that new stuff hooked up in here.
Oh yeah, and then we can take calls through a real board,
Oh, yeah, it's nice. Yeah. But see, my friend's going to. He said it would take him just a weekend to do it one Saturday. Where are you going?
He's probably gonna use the head.
Anyway, I guess we can say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, hey, bye. Have a great rest of the weekend.
We'll see you.
Now it's playoff time. Everyone's going to be watching the NFL playoffs.
And we're going to go to Tom's house and have spaghetti there.
Are we doing that? Well, okay.
Hey, Tom.
He's in the bathroom.
Are we still going to have spaghetti at your house?
I'll go.
No,
I'll
wait
go.
a minute.
I'll go because that's on my way home. I'm afraid I'll
Well,
get
I can
lost.
drive there and bring you back
Okay.
here.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get some spaghetti.
All right. Wave goodbye.
Later. Who's Debbie? Debbie Jones. Is that a friend of yours?
Yeah.